Hello, ladies. Oh, lights aren't even on. I'm sitting in perennial darkness. There we go. There we go. That's better. First things first. Got to replay
Look
this.
at you, you beautiful bastard.
You beautiful bastard, you, Mr. Andrew. 8 months. 8 months.
I am so tired.
I am so tired. Welcome in. Hope stream went well. How are you? Sorry I wasn't around. I was lurking. But I wasn't around. I was doing some other bits. Today, but I hope you're doing well. Abby's in the building as well. Chuck, HC, as the song goes, shit from Arsenal. They bought his flight. Technically, do you know what? I'm in a good mood because of that deal. I will let you off, HC. They technically didn't buy his flight. Leeds did that one when he moved from wherever he came from Leeds. But yeah, let's. I mean, I haven't even loaded up FM. This is how great I am. This is how great I am. But we start season 2 tonight. Once I've decided to, get FM up, but not Sterling. I mean, Sterling still might come. Sterling might still come. But yeah, we start season 2. We did the transfer stream last week. That is all done. Window is basically done unless anything gets thrown spanners into the work during stream. We've made some good signings, spent a fair whack of money, sold a few players, but we've built what looks like to be a decent team. We've got the Serie A title defense to start. We've got the Champions League to start potentially today as well. No cup, I don't think, just quite yet. That'll be a little bit later in the season, but that's the aim this season, is to win the cup. But yeah, Rafinha coming to Chelsea. That is a deal I am very, very, very interested to see if it works. But it's not necessarily the position I would have first gone for. But it's all good news. Roughly about 55. I think it is just north of 55 once is there. Personal terms are being there. And the great thing about Rafinha, as we switch on over into the FM, the great thing about Rafinha is that his agent is a former Chelsea midfielder in Deco. So, hopefully a good bit of news there, and the little link between the clubs might just make that deal smooth over slightly. But how's everybody doing? It's been a while. It's what, Saturday? I was last live. We was with Cardiff obviously then, but today we're back in Lazio, back in lovely sunny Rome, to try and get this cup done, because that is the aim. We just beat Celta 4-3. Friendlies have gone quite well. As there's very much a theme throughout these. Milinkovic-Savic and Alberto and Immobile all getting on the score sheet. You love to see it already. We have the Super Cup against PSG. We saw that last time. But yeah, the Coppa Italia doesn't start till January for us, so we definitely won't be getting to January tonight, because we've got a Champions League group stage where we are pot 1 because we won the league and then the Europa League as well. So that's nice. Hello, Ollie. I am doing very well, and hearing the news just before I went live of Rafinha coming to Chelsea has tingled my senses a little bit. We still need like defenders and stuff. Radu has dropping hints that he's achieved everything he can. If Radu wants to go, that is fine. I can transfer list him for sure, and we can offer him out. He's only around about 800k. Financially, we don't have much money. That's like, if we got Radu off the books, it's around about £1 million, and his contract is 25 grand a week. So we're not really freeing much money up if we do let him go. But I'm not gonna turn away a bid for him. Like, that is what I will say. That is what I would say. Also, Richarlison to Spurs is in advanced negotiations. Yes, but so was Rafinha to Arsenal. We saw how that happened. Progress. That's right. I need to turn the commands back on. Part-time streamer over here forgets to change his commands every time he goes live with different saves. So, 2 seconds. Not that one. Not that one. Nope. 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 We need this one and this one being turned on. Right, now the commands work. And there we go. That is absolutely fine. All London clubs getting good Brazilian players. The third round draw. I mean, there's still plenty of rounds, but they does the that's the one thing with Italy. You don't see the draws in the inbox realistically, and it doesn't like make it like a viewable thing. And then you get the entire draw to the final done in one go. So we've seen that. Furlaneto, he's never really gonna make it. But that deal is nowhere near what I would want to be selling you for. So we move. Just sign from other Premier League clubs. Yeah, that is also very, very true. Right, let's look at the training calendar. I think we did the pre-season stuff, and then we did the first month, but we didn't do much else. Oh no, yeah, we did do some of the stuff, but we just need to change it around a little bit because new cup draws and everything like that have meant that we now have training schedules a little bit out of whack. I'm guessing, what's the 13th of August? Nothing. Why has the 13th of August been... Possibly because Cagliari have something? Is it Cagliari that's been rearranged? What was the game that got rearranged? Yeah, it was the Cagliari match. I'm guessing they have a game on the 13th of August. No, that's not what I wanted to click. You absolute imbecile. Yeah, they have their first round game, so we have no game that weekend. Cool. Which means that we get a nice little bit of time off after the PSG game. Which is nice to see. Nice bit of time before the Udinese game. So we can change that to just a Saturday game defending, and that should then kind of rework itself out. Just a little bit like that, and then that would be a recovery session rather than anything else. And then it would go into that one. Yeah, we're Gucci now. And then we did September. Did we do... No, we didn't do September because we got the Champions League. That's right. That is correct. But Richarlison is bang average. Welcome in, James. He is, in my opinion, as well. I don't think I don't know what role he's going to come into that Spurs lineup in if he goes to Spurs. But if he does go to Spurs and get into there, he might be a Kulusevski replacement, because I think it was Bentancur that was the permanent deal. Kulusevski was the loan. So unless Kulusevski there, we've got a dynamic rivalry chat against Napoli. I mean, they call it a dynamic rivalry. We did steal the title off of them on the final day and beat them home and away last season. We're keeping the same captain and vice captain. It's Immobile and Milinkovic-Savic as always. We'll request this summary to the inbox. We do have a new emote. I did mention it in the last couple of streams since there. But if you are subbed, when this man does score, we do have a Pet the Chiro Immobile emote. So, like, we do have that going for us. But yeah. Thank you to Mr. Malteser Falcon for that one. There we go, see. Lazio squad to be decided. Right, we need to respond to this. We wanna not do it like this. We wanna do it as best position. So we've got Fabianski and Strakosha registered. That is fine. And Babu's the new backup. We need him. Jorge Silva, are you under the age? No, you're not. You're unregistered as well. We might need you, but we need Anelin. That's for sure. Kamenovic, did you need... You probably didn't last season, but you might do this time around. So we need you. Escalante we need. Kessie Dominguez we definitely do need. Sakagni we will need again. Esposito we shall need again. We can get Jorge Silva in because he's club homegrown. That then gives us the 4 club homegrown players we need. We've got a small squad now, which I like to see. But I think that's everybody in, other than and Babu's not in there apparently, and neither is Trubin. Although Trubin is under 22, so it didn't matter anyway. But Trubin's in, Lazari, Marisic, Patrick. Yeah, everybody is in the squad that can be. We'll register Falbo as well because even though he's under 22, as is Esposito, we'll just put them in anyway. so nobody can moan. All right, I wanted to, before me go, no worries, Chuck, catch you later. As Ben comes in the building, how are we doing, good sir? I do like that new emote. I do like that emote, Ben. How the devil are you? How the devil are you? Ranocchia. We did look to scout him, but yeah, he's all right, I suppose. He's all right, I suppose, but he's not necessarily what we want. Um, but Serie A, Parma away on the opening day. We'll see how it goes. I've run people through the squad just in case they missed the stream. So, the window. It's been a very, very productive one. It's been a very, very productive one. We're going to hear. Sakagny came in permanently after his loan deal last season. Expected to be a regular starter. He might not get that. We might have to drop him to squad player, but we'll leave it for now. He's in the building. And now Amadodzic has signed. He's going to be the libero. Yes, 6'5" libero. You love to see it. Frank Kessie in on a free. He's on a bit of a heavy wage at 190 grand a week, but as our midfielder in there, he's very, very, very good, isn't he? In this game. So Kessie's in the building on a free. For Mr. Big Man on campus, Chuck, we signed as our backup player, as our backup striker to Ciro Immobile, Mr. Sebastiano Esposito. He's in the building. Wonder Kid. You love to see it. Dominguez is in as our box to box for this season. He cost us a nice cheap 13.5 million. Cheap deals so far. We then bought Kevin Mbabu to be our backup right defensive winger. Squad player again. He's in the building. And then we spent big money on Mr. Anthony Trubin. We signed him last year in our Glory Hunter for Monaco, and he did sensationally well for us. We might have spent a little bit over the odds on him in terms of transfer fee, but I'm hoping he will be a good signing. Yes, Pet Viespo indeed as well. And so we've got him in. 6'6" goalkeeper. We're hoping he will be a nice upgrade on Strakosha. But that's the window. We've let a few players go on freeze. We sold Zidzek, who was never really a part of our squad last year, to Nürnberg for just under 2 mil. We sold Pedro to Villarreal for 4 million. Dennis Vavro to there, and I think we made a few more sales as well. Yeah. We sold Felipe Anderson to Manchester City for 4.1 million. Akpro went to Wolves. He kicked up a fuss over something or another. There was a promise that was agreed. It was, I think, over a new contract, and he wanted a lot more money than we was prepared to give him. So he went to Wolves for 7.5 million. Hisaj went to Spurs for 35, which is where we made a load of our money. He was our backup right back last season and defensive winger last year, and we bought Mbabu. So basically the same for a lot less cheap. Raul Moro went to Chelsea, and then Verdat Mariki went to Mallorca. So he made a nice bit of cash last season, and then we spent it all this window. So, starting Trubin, big wages for Lazio. We are starting Trubin, yes. We did offer the promise to give Kessie 19. Ciro Immobile prefers the number 9. There we go. Toma Basic prefers 26. Radu's currently got 26, so we're not going to give him that. Right. Right. And now, so if we've got Felipe, Patrick's not starting for us, but his number will stay the same. Trubin will get the number... do we give him the 13? Yeah, I think we give him 13 over Fabianski, and then we give Fabianski the number 23 as the third choice keeper. Escalante can have the number 8. He's going to be the box to box. We can... No, is Escalante? No, Escalante's not. He's the backup. What am I doing? Dominguez is who we signed to be the star, and so he's going to go there. Then Frank Kessie's got the number he wants. Mbabu can have the number 2. And Nell can have the number 6. Then we'll give Esposito the number 7, because why not? And then we'll give Sagagni the number 17. Escalante can be in the 20s. And then Fares doesn't need a squad number. We can submit those and they're ready to go. But always wear 17. Okay, FM. Yeah. I think he is 9 for Italy. He might not be, but maybe there's something. But it says he prefers 9. We'll give him 9. If that keeps him a little bit more happy, we'll do it. It's Ciro Immobile. Of course we will. Of course we will. But yeah, hello, Boom. How are you, good sir? I did see you pop in. How is life? Radu has now picked up a. Oh my god! Right, we might have to find a loan for a centre back. Mister DOF. No players have been found. What can we say? Are you not gonna find me any centre backs? Our DOF is as useful as a chocolate teapot. I didn't look at stuff. Our staff is not great in terms of that. We do have another coach spare. Might be best to get a goalkeeper coach. Yeah, get a goalkeeper coach in. Then we can go back to being the best in the league for goalkeeping coaches. Goalkeeping coaches, where are you? Here you are. Right, coaching. Goalkeeping coach. Pick the 3 goalkeeping attributes. If they're all above 15, we'll take them. And we'll look for mentals. I mean, I see a guy here already that I like the look of. Can you tell me why? There's a load here, right? Let's make this 17s. Let's 18s. If we do 16s, we still have that guy in here. And the reason I like him, his shot stopping is 20. And his handling is 19. He's going to be very, very good, isn't he, Mr. Luca? I don't care what formation you play or style you play. I want you in, and I'm prepared to pay you a little bit more than what you want to come away from Bologna. Please come away from Bologna. That would be very nice. I'm all good. Life is decent. Usually international numbers are forced on players. What's the manager's name from? The manager's name is just an alias I have. It's an alias I've had since I was like a kid. So, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It was a random number. I've just stuck with it. A random name. I've stuck with it. So yeah. If you probably see that name on the news, you'll probably know it's me. Whether it's for the right reasons or not is another question. We want sports science to be at least 20, and then physios can kind of be. We'll drop it down to 10 for now, because normally we can, like, can we not? Right, let's get rid of this. We'll just find. Here we go. Right, 16. 16s. His mum still buys his trousers. Here we go. It was just taking a little while to load. I thought it would. We can increase that. I think I saw people with 18s as it loaded. And it found more people. Here we go. This is more like it. I see some 18s. I see a 19 in there. We can go up to 18. It might take a little while to throw them fully in. But yeah. Here we go. There's the 18 guy. He's just a regular sports scientist. What is our head of sports science saying? Because if we can get, say, the 20 guy in to be the head of sports science. Medical team. Our head of sports science, Mr. Pasquale. 16, 17. We can improve on that. And then our one current sports scientist is 8. What is Alessandro Fonte doing here? Right, let's get some more in. Mr. I think I might go for the 1912, just because then the physiotherapy is also a little bit better on him. Head of sports science, we'll make that 15k a week, sure. Just to prize you away from Everton. And then we'll go for this guy because he probably doesn't want the head of sports science role. See, he doesn't. And we'll make him like 4.3k. We have a little bit of money to throw, so we might as well grab you and you. And then let's see if we can be sneaky and get you in as just a regular sports scientist. No, he wants the head. Mr. Stefan. Oh, Miss Stefan. My bad. You're probably more likely to take this. Nope, you're not. Okay. That's a shame. Would you be prepared to have a drop down and roll? No. Cool. We'll have to drop the search parameters just that little bit more. I decided to keep my saves private since I'll just be attacked for starting a new save anyway. I won't attack you. Maybe a little bit, just for the memes. Right. 17s. Let's sort it then by physiotherapy as well, because if I can get a good one in. Right. See, Nathan Williams, like, I can prize you away from Stoke, surely. You want to be a physio? Absolutely not. Come in as a sports scientist, my good sir. There we go. Prizing such a good one away, because then that gets both the graphs up, and then we can have, like, staff, hopefully, like, staff, the gold bars here. The DOF, I need a new DOF, because if I remember correctly, my DOF is actually really fucking good. He just is useless apparently at finding me centre backs. We're gonna have to have a little look, aren't we? Because we can't really be rocking with just the one. We can't just be expected to rock up with. Oh no, because we have Jorge Silva. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Right, he's on a month to month. We'll offer him a new fringe player contract. There we go. Can we drop that down to 7k a week and take the yearly wage rise off? If we remove and exclude the yearly wage rise, I'd be happy to give him that. There we go. That's fine. So he's then staying, hopefully. Andre Anderson and Radu have picked up knocks, but that's fine. We can deal with that. I'm currently managing Redacted and in Redacted position. Yeah, I do like a good Redacted save, too. Who doesn't like a good Redacted save? Who will win the Serie A title? Absolutely, in the words of Malteser Falcon. No comment. Absolutely no comment. We don't deal with that. We have 4 league games before the Super Cup against PSG, which is nice. It gives us a chance to see if we're in our groove. Now, if we remember correctly from the last stream, 1 to 3 days, cool. Wait, who did I declare interest in? Another central midfielder. He has a bid on from who? Hertha and Bayern. Yeah, we don't have that kind of money. We don't have that kind of money around here. But who can remember where Haaland and Mbappe are? Can anybody remember? Because we had some fun finding that out, and I hated every single second of finding it out, because it especially, I don't know if they won the league last season or not, but if they're not, if we can draw them in the Champions League in the group stage, then we are in the mud. That is for damn sure. Coaching assignments, ask assistant. Homegrown players update. It's Palmer though on the opening day. Anel is fine. He is. No, he's not. We'll keep him on the bench, but we'll bring Patrick in. We need to change our set pieces up slightly as well. It's just going to be Falbo that comes in. Can we? Yeah, we've already got Jorge Silva on the bench. SMS and Alberto up front with in behind Alberto. I love this midfield now. This midfield 4 looks sensational. Once Amadodzic starts to develop in this team as well, that backline is going to be sensational as well. Trubin's the one I'm a little bit concerned with. I don't know if I've overspent slightly on him. Did I not start Trubin? I did start Trubin, cool. I was about to say I was a little bit concerned there. Try an 1860 for today at least. Yeah, that's... I hope that goes well for you. We've got 2 aggressive centre-backs. That is not the case anymore. They're motivated centre-backs now. That's what we like to see. Ask the assistant for the opposition instructions. And we go away to Parma. Opening day of the season. And they have a highlight inside 2 minutes. Oh, Alberto, that's sensational from you. Maybe it's not their highlight. He's got to lay Immobile, surely. There's the ball. There's Immobile, and it's a good save. Oh, nearly thought inside 2 minutes Immobile was going to add to his 40-odd goals he scored for us in the league last season. because it was ludicrous the amount of goals he scored. I'm actually going to sort the set pieces out in this game and then change it properly. Because, like, having Milinkovic-Savic, like, having Fede DeMarco near post just makes zero sense. Like DeMarco can sit back with Lazari. We can have Kessie and Dominguez on the outside. The three defenders in there and Immobile attacking the far post. So we have SMS in there, and then DeMarco goes back. Sorted. You got Kessie. I did get Kessie. Welcome in, Woider. We did get Kessie. We've signed a fair good few players. Dominguez, SMS. He's got the time and the space. It's over the bar. Yeah, we got Kessie and Dominguez as our midfield 2 now this season. Oh, Alberto. Corner whipped in. SMS. It's saved by Sepe. So yeah, Kessie and Dominguez in the middle. Then we got Amadodzic in as well. And then we signed a couple of players to cover squad players like Mbabu for Hisaj when he left and stuff like that. Chelsea about to dip into the Inter honeypot again. The Lukaku deal. I'm glad Lukaku's going. We're getting Rafinha though, hopefully by the looks of it, which is quite nice. Lazari drives forward. Back into Kessie. Back to Lazari. DeMarco down and Luis Alberto fires in. Skriniar. Now, he would be quite good. I haven't seen anything of the Skriniar news. So that's news to me. I would take Skriniar all day long. It's a great ball. Fede DeMarco wins the header and Alberto has a tap in. We lead inside 11 minutes. The title race, we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Can we follow what we did last season and be top from day one? Alberto, Felipe Luis, Patrick Dominguez. This is some sensational football. SMS, he's got to find across. Surely, Alberto, it's blocked. It was so nearly 2. Their keeper is already feeling like he's there. PSG Rafinha. No, Leeds Rafinha. Ben. With someone. Alberto, corner whipped in. SMS, it's a mistake from the keeper. And Luis Felipe nods in a second. But no, I've not heard anything about... I hear Chelsea was chasing a €120 million might be a bit overpriced for Skriniar, but we will see. But yeah, no. I heard PSG rumours, but I hadn't heard anything about Chelsea. I'd take it. I doubt it'd be 120 million. It was De Ligt. Yeah, De Ligt I've heard for 120 million. With Juve is Immobile. There we go. There is the Immobile goal. It's 3 inside 40 minutes. What about Sterling? Well, there's been rumours of Neymar. There's been rumours of Dembele. There's been rumours of Sterling. We're going for Rafinha. I'm not sure. 70 mil plus. Yeah, the Neymar one is a little bit far-fetched, but that I've heard rumours of that. Rafinha is good. Oh, great debut, Frank. It's what we love to see, Frank. So we agreed, was it Cataldi? We kept Basic as the... Do we have Cataldi? No, we had Cataldi as box-to-box. That's it. And we had Basic to come in as the backup DLP. We'll keep the same system other than that. It's starting to hot up, though, yeah. DeMarco, corner. SMS. Oh. He's gonna fire in a near post corner soon. We're 3-0. I mean, it's an entertaining first half. It's a mixed one. 3 goals, great, but a red card, not so much. Not so much. Luis Felipe's on a 7.7 with his goal. Both De Jong and Eriksen. I've heard that that's recently been reopened again. Has that then been shut back again? Eriksen looks likely to go to Brentford. That's probably the sensible move for Eriksen. He does... I mean, Champions League football would be nice for him, but I think the more sensible move is to move out there. Lazari. Can he find... He's back inside to Basic. And Dominguez now. Can we find that opening? Not having the AP in Alberto because he picked up the knock and then the red card is a little bit concerning. But it doesn't matter when Dominguez is finding passes like that to Immobile. It's a shame he couldn't apply the finish. De Jong is on the verge of United. That's what I thought as well, that he was basically on the verge of it. It's all personal terms, I hear. I think the fee's been agreed between the two clubs. Hello, Gio. Hope you're doing well. Is SMS going to get there? No, he's not. Ericsson wants to stay in London. It doesn't surprise me that as well. I think he liked his time at Spurs. He's now settled back in London again with Brentford. I don't see the reason why he'd then want to uplift and go to Manchester. If he would like it, but is content not to have Champions League football. Plus, there's a good Danish core there, so I can see him like settling in and being fine. Immobile, you had the full goal to aim at. The keeper didn't drop, and you decide to chip him. Even with 10 men, though, we are bossing this game. Parma have no match for us. Maricic, you can play that into Milinkovic. Lazardi finds space on this right, finds a cross. It's DeMarco that wins that header, but it's over. 65 plus 20 add-ons. Yeah, that was what I was hearing as well, James. Right, DeMarco is a little bit knackered. We'll bring Kamenovic into play. And then SMS is on an 8.3. Mental. Do you know what? We're going to give Mr. Esposito his debut. In he comes, chat. Pet the Espo. He's just been fouled for the free kick. He's been fouled. Who's on it? It's Basic with that wand of a left foot. Oh, it's 4. It's a wonderful free kick. You absolutely love to see it. Yeah, he's on a monster wage. He will need that monster wage coming with him. Is that Inter Milan's Esposito? It is, Gio. It is Mr. Inter Milan Sebastiano Esposito. And we're doing it again. We're top from day one. I know he's left Inter. I can't remember where for the life of me, though. Would he get a goal on debut from this highlight? Lazari coming down the right. Into SMS. Back to Lazari. Can he find the cross? He can. It's Kamenovic instead who makes it 5. Let's be honest, nobody at Barca is currently earning no wage except maybe Javi and Pedri. Yeah, everyone basically is there's nobody like is that good at their earning their age. What an opening day performance that is. The only bad side is Frank Kessie's red card. But even then, he got a red card and still dropped to 6.9. You rarely see players be up towards the 7 in rating with a red card. That is ridiculous. Even after cuts. Even after cuts, I would say, yeah. I don't think there's many. I mean, we made a good Barcelona team. We're on this game to win. I haven't decided that yet. It was an exceptional performance. I think we scored 2 with 10 men. We did. That foundation, if we can play like this, doesn't matter. 2 to 3 weeks of a pulled knee ligament. That's not nice. A clean sheet on debut for Trubin. SMS with an assist and an 8.5. You love to see it. Milan and Juve played each other on the opening day. Mental. They were the team that were our kryptonite last season, Milan. They beat us 3 times. Not all the goalkeeper will have very little to do, so I'm sorry he's pleased too. He's been working hard to improve that cut. It's a goal out of the top drawer. I'm very pleased. I didn't see it, so it'll be fair to comment. I'm not going to discuss transfers. Are you pursuing Mr. Scamacca? If only I had the money to sign Scamacca as well. I won't be making any comments. Not discuss that right now. Tanguy Nianzou. Now, would Bayern be interested in a squad player loan for Nianzou? That's interesting. Because if we got him as a squad player backup, we'd then have what? You'd have Jorge Silva sort of like as a third choice. with Patrick being able to cover the libero role for Amadodzic, and then like the wide centre backs role, because you can move Marisic to the left because he's got that fairly not this one. He's got that fairly strong left foot as well. So if they could get that as a squad player loan for Nianzou, I'd be interested. They'd want a fee if we won the Serie A of 22 million, and they'd want a lot of money. So maybe not. That sweet left foot. The downgrade on that from Barcelona to Ipswich. Mental. Try at the end of the window, see if it comes down. I was going to. Because when does the window end? Does it say? It doesn't say. I can't remember when it is either. It's probably the day afterwards. Williams set to sign for Lazio. He's coming in as our new sports scientist. The first of the new staff to come in. He's already an upgrade. That's how I got any loans. Yeah. Send him on an intensive language course. The goalkeeping coach is in from Bologna as well. He agrees a new deal with Southampton. Of course he does. So we'll still look for a new head. I mean, the current one we have is okay, I suppose. And he's agreed. Was he the one we agreed? Yeah, he was the one we looked at for head of sports science. But that's... I mean, it's an improvement, I suppose. I mean, it's still an improvement. Mark Rocker, he's okay, but he'd need a bit more scouting. Maxi Gomez has left Valencia to go to Bayern. That's an interesting deal. That is a very interesting deal. Luca Pellegrini as a left back is not a bad shout going forward in the future. Getting some scout reports on these players. We're not really going to be making many more deals unless it's a loan for a younger player as a squad player. Speaking of Rafinha, here he is in our scout list. If he comes to Chelsea, Jared Bowen as well. There's a fair few players that we're scouting then. Botman officially a Newcastle player. Do I watch Footy Adventures? No. Wait until 8 PM on deadline day. That's a good buy for Newcastle. I think Newcastle will have a solid window this window, but they need to buy smart, and I think they're looking at buying smart as well. I think Eddie Howe will buy them smart players. As well. Arsenal make Patrick offer. Now he would be a backup that we would then be selling. Not the one I would want to be selling. We'd want probably 10 million over installments and 20 mil up front. Will Arsenal bite on that? I mean, they're negotiating. I mean, we're not going to negotiate from our stance. They're coming. They're inching their way ever closer to it. It's getting closer to the 30 million. We could make that 5. Make that then 5, and then still keep the 20 mil up front. What? No. Imagine taking a stroll outside a stadium and randomly meeting Brian Kerr, ex-manager of said stadium's club in Ireland. That would be there. So Cagney's out for 4 to 5 weeks. That is not what you like to see. Hello, Mal. How are you, good sir? How is life? How was your weekend with Mr. Leclerc? I'm at football, so we'll leave a lurk. No problems, Mal. No problems. Enjoy football. Another transfer bid. Is it Juventus making Marisic bid? Now if you remember correctly, chat in the last stream, turned a £62 million bid down for Marisic. I'm not accepting 40 odd. That is for sure.
Look at you, you beautiful bastard.
Oh, Roy!
Eight. The first number which is neither prime nor semi-prime. Number 8 is the stage name of Slipknot vocalist Corey Taylor. 8 Mile is a 2002 film directed by Curtis Hanson. In chess, Each side has 8 pawns and the board is made of 64 squares arranged in an 8 by 8 lattice. There are 8 furlongs in a mile.
8 Mile is a sensational movie, would I agree? Right, thank you for the tier 3 for 8 months. You massive, massive hound, you. And I mean, sub hype, and I didn't do it for Andrew earlier, so sorry, Andrew, but sub hype for both Roy and Andrew. Thank you both so much for the resubs. I very, very much appreciate it. How are you, Roy? How's your day been? How's your weekend been? How well 8 Mile is that? Yeah, I really like it. I really, really. It is basically playing himself, which will make it a lot easier. But it's still very, very well acted. I love it all. I love it all. I rewatched it the other day. Well, not fully, like clips on YouTube. Just a great film. A great film. Fiorentina make Origi offer. He is a thingy in real. Well, he's gone to Milan. That's been confirmed. Ousmane Dembele. I'm not sure I would want to pay the 30 odd million for you, but you know. We can see. We'll get some more scouts on you. Mum's spaghetti indeed. Mum's spaghetti indeed. Love that song as well. This is how I am. What is this Giazzo? Let's have a little look. That's not bad for Bordeaux. Because obviously they got relegated and then further relegated because of finances. So saving them and keeping them mid-table, it's a good start. It's a good opening half to the season. PSG losing 2 games. Imagine losing games as PSG. Could never be me. I'm supposed to get top half. Oh, you are, yes. Interesting. I'd have said you're doing well considering what they've done. Arsenal have made Patrick offer of 28.5 million. I think I take that with 19 mil. I think you'll be okay with the Monaco one because of the toughness of the draw. The board will be more lenient with that, but the top half one, yeah, you might be a little bit screwed. You have time, oh for fuck's sake. What's the matter? Oh, that's why. We have plenty of time. We're only in July. The window doesn't end until the end of August. There's the window closed. That's why. We're in July, not August. Do I take this bid for Patrick? Because this is an interesting one. 20 mil up front. Do we get all of that back? Can I remember? Finances. Yeah, we get all of it back. So, can we make a board request to increase the No, we can't. Okay, cool. 20 million quid coming in. Guaranteed 19.75 million. Plus, what is Patrick's wage? 40 grand a week off the bill. We could then go Nianzou. Would Nianzou want squad player? Did we have Nianzou on the thing? 10 million for Malang Sarr as a backup centre half wouldn't be the worst in the world either. As a squad player potentially. How much would Nianzou want to be as a squad player? He's already 26 to 30 mil. He'd want to be squad player. It's a big wage and a big deal, but we could get that in installments as well. We could installments that quite easily over a fair few years, like 15 mil up front. We could work it out. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. You said the forbidden C word. Yes, don't say the forbidden C word. Right, I'm also gonna then go right. I don't sign him often. That's Maurizio Sarri, not Malang Sarr. Sean, that's now Mar as well. Come on, type, you silly sod. Malang Sarr. He's wanted. He's wanted by Frankfurt, Stuttgart, and Fiorentina. We should be able to outbid all of them. Chelsea would want 10 mil. I reckon I could get that as 5 and 5. over 2 years. %30 profit, no. After 50 league appearances, 2 mil, yeah, sure. We'll attend the press conference. Double click through. We'd get Malang Sarr hopefully as like a squad player at most, because then we have that left-footed player as well. Expected time squad player. He's as interested in joining us as any of them. Not that because we don't play ball playing defenders. Can we drop that down to 23? Get rid of this. If we do that, you can have that. Drop that down. We'll up the agent fee to there, and we'll up your signing on fee to. We'll keep the 1.3 we'll do, because then we can upgrade that a little bit as well. Actually, if we do 1.5, I think no, we can't. There, and suggest that 26 220k we can't afford. 205 is fine. Drop that down and then do 25 and drop that down to 200k. Yeah, I'll take that. Cool. I love how always switches to Denmark. I don't know this player. I'm gonna have to have a look at him. If he's switching to Danish, we're gonna have to have a look at him for you. BRF. Mika B like that. Yeah, Mika BRF. Arsenal under 23. He's Danish for us as well. He's Danish in our save as well. Is he born in England? Place of birth unknown. Place of birth unknown. But an Arsenal striker as well. Potential Arsenal striker. Probably never really going to make it at Arsenal. But if we're selling Patrick as well, this is where where Thingy doesn't then join Arsenal. But then if we then go as well, do we go Nianzou? Because he'd be squad player again. Nianzou wanted squad player if I remember correctly, didn't he? And Nianzou could cover that libero role as well, which is what Patrick does as well. And if we look at transfer status, provide competition for places. So he'd want squad player. I reckon we could do it with a 15 mil up front, because we've got 5 mil. I'd say maybe let's do 12. 12 and a half and 12 and a half. I think we can work that into the deal. We do 12 and a half and 12. That's then what, 24? Get rid of the profits and next sale and suggest buyback price. The buyback price we're going to remove and exclude. They'd want that to then make the 32 mil. Let's say after 50 league appearances, we'll drop that down to 3. And then per league appearance for 10 games, we'll remove that one. Suggest. They'll take that one. Cool. There we go. Nianzou coming in as a squad player. Not important player or regular starter. Okay, we'll remove and exclude that one. We'll remove that one and give him the regular starter one. Right, yearly wage rise we'll remove. 5-year deal locked in. That is mad. This is a big deal for a squad player as well. The appearance fee down to 18. Agent fee can stay down. This is why we did 12, because we got to contemplate signing on fees in the deal as well. Remove that. 4. Keep that 500k and drop that down to 70. We can't put these in the deal like that. There we go. Nianzou's in the building, chat. He's on a big wage. He will play a fair whack of the season. But we've got 3 fronts to fight on. So if Patrick goes, then we replace her with Sarr and Nianzou. And then we have him, Jorge Silva. We have 6 centre halves. Obviously, this is all very much dependent on Patrick leaving. Because if Patrick doesn't stay, then obviously, if Patrick stays, then obviously, we're there. Alberto's obviously out. So Cagney's out as well. So So who are we going to really play? So Cagney was our backup cam. So we don't really have an AP. Do you know what I'm going to do? SMS is going to play that AP role for this game. And then we'll bring Fabianski in. Radu's obviously out, so we remove him. Kessie suspended, so Basic plays. And then Kessie comes out of the team as well. We're not putting in the grayed out player onto the bench, are we? No, we're not. We're not doing that to ourselves. We're not doing that to ourselves. I'd rather play 2 less subs. And just go with that. We've got Mbabu and Kamenovic, and Patrick can cover centre-backs as well. Then Falbo, Cataldi. Yeah, we're okay. And then we'll play Milinkovic-Savic, and we will play Esposito as the shadow striker. That's the easy way to do it. Thiago Motta is manager of Spezia. Let's rub some salt into his wounds, and absolutely thrash this Spezia team, because we've got a nice team, and I like the 2 cent. I'd happily take the Patrick trade. And bring the other 2 in, because then we can always unregister like Falbo, who's under 22. Like, that's simple enough to deal with. Marisic into Esposito's drop D. This is some nice play. DeMarco's in. Oh, he's in it near post. Normally it's near post OP, but not this time around. Not this time around. DeMarco's corner is headed away and is out for a throw. Right, let's change, because I haven't got the full strength team in, so we need to make sure we are looking at it from a better point of view. We can just switch. That's not what... This set piece screen is ridiculously bugged. It's so bugged. There we go. Smooth the left back out and then just move you forward. There. We could probably actually move, and now we'll move that like that. And then that like that, and that like that. And we could probably put Esposito marking the keeper instead of Marisic at 6'1", and then leave those 2 defending. See, and even he's 6'2". Like, we have some big boys in the squad. Like, you can sit back, you can sit on the edge. You actually can attack the ball from the edge. Why not? We'll let you, not you. You attack the ball from the edge. And then we get Esposito there, and then we have you lurking on the edge and you attacking. Cool. Called your painful League 2 struggle. Not sure, Roy. Not sure. I'll have a think and get back to you. Because yeah, I need to rebuild for another season in League 2. Which is really sad. That I have you're going into the Championship and I'm stuck in League 2. I'm really, really disappointed. I have all of tomorrow until the draft. I am live tomorrow afternoon and then doing bits in the morning, so tomorrow probably not. Okay, then I'm live Thursday night. I'll have a think. DeMarco's corner. Felipe Luis Felipe, not Felipe Luis. Wrong player, sure. Luis Felipe nods in. It's because I see Ramos and then I get confused. Ugh. DeMarco's corner's nodded in, though. That's the main thing that matters. And we need Spezia just before the half-time. And we're back to the top of the league because our goal difference is that good. Damn it, Sean. I'm sorry, Roy. I'm sorry. Choose between 1 and 6. If this is the remainder of the week, then I will think. I will definitely let you know, like, tomorrow. No, it's not. Just choose. Then 3. Smack bang in the middle. If this is the stipulations for the Club Shop Cup on Sunday, and I've just literally not chosen, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be slightly annoyed that I didn't read them through first, because I'm fairly certain that is 6, and I just didn't properly read them. We got our first goal from a set piece. SMS should have made it our second. This is my character in 20 Minutes to Dawn. Oh, okay. For your gun, 5. Oh, Immobile's in behind here. He's been forced wide. Lazari, Basic, SMS. He's playing in that AP role. It's a little bit different for him. And you've tried to find Esposito and it's not worked. But can we win that back? They've gone long. Marisic can pick up the loose ball. This is some nice play. That's probably the hardest combo out of literally every possibility. I'm sorry. You asked, I chose. I hope you can work it. But Esposito's won us a pen. So that's nice to see. My mic arm is so squeaky. I need to get some WD-40 on it. Immobile doesn't miss pens. He's got himself another one. It's his second of the season. I want to see if he can get more than he did last season.
Shalom!
Because if he can, that'd be great. YNS, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Jim has said shalom. I will say hello. Hope all is good with you. Let us know what team you support or what FM save you've got on the go, if you've got any on the go. Welcome to the Glory Hunter. We haven't made any subs. Andre Anderson can come on there. DeMarco can get a break. Kamenovic is on. And Dominguez has not played well, so we'll bring Cataldi in. We'll make those 3 changes for the end of the game. It's looking like a comfortable win in our match day 2 of the season. Lazari. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Oh, is it going to be 3? Oh, it is 3 as well. Ciro Immobile again. This man is too good. He is too good. You can't stop him. He is lethal when it comes to finishing in this game. He is my favourite striker in this game. And now we make our changes. DeMarco on a 9.3 and only got 1 assist. He's played sensationally. Their left back has had a torrid time. Lazari's absolutely run him into the ground. Absolutely run him into the ground. But we are absolutely flying. 2 games, 8 goals, 6 points. Complacent bench. You don't like to see the complacent bench, but I'm not going to complain when it looked very, very simple to get through their defence. Can we talk about Chiro? It's a great strike from a player who absolutely deserves it. That second goal for Immobile was nothing short of sensational. But we are top of the league. We did this last season. We won. We were top of the league for the entire season, other than game week 37. He was inspired today, DeMarco. I don't want to get embroiled in controversy. I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved in any sort of controversies on mind games. Cagliari have drawn 3-3 against Napoli. That's nice to see, because they were one of our challengers. Inter and Atalanta have started well as well. You very nearly bottled it. I very nearly did. It's not something I want to be doing this season. I mean, the league doesn't matter, but can we look at past positions for last season? No, you can't. That is sad. I wish you really could. We're not even favourites for the league. We're second favourites for the league, but we're not favourites for the league, which is kind of sad. The fact that they've got Falbo as the left winger instead of DeMarco is mental. And they think that Milinkovic, Savic and Kessie's our best midfield. Boy, are they wrong. We've got Dominguez in there for a reason. Dominguez he's in there for a reason. They've moved the Cagliari game forward, which is interesting. I just want to get to the Champions League draw, if I'm going to be honest. Give me a good Champions League group and I'll love life. Just don't give me Man City. That's what I wanted to check. Did Man City win the league last year? Did they win the league last season? They did win the league. Good. We can't draw Man City in the groups. That is all that matters. That is all that matters, because we then can't play Haaland and Mbappe. Although I want to see, when they get to the start of the Premier League, how they actually play them together. Immobile's one player of the month, because of course he's just that good, and he's dedicated the award to me because he just loves me. Am I in his favoured personnel? I am. Let's go. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Ciro Immobile loves me. Did we? The other thing I want to see. Are we in Lazio's like favorite personnel? Nianza has snubbed us. Patrick is on his way, so we're gonna have to think of a replacement for him. Malangsar's still not spoken to us yet. He's still pondering his contract. Nianzu's not happy with the deal. He wanted a lot of money anyway. We can probably get cheaper for better. We'll have a look at squad player centre halves. 6 recommendations in our scouting centre. Beereth. We'll scout him. Why not? He's in progress. Gonzalez is not a player we don't really play with wingers. Harrison Marcelin, 22 years old. Not really interested in. Lucas Paqueta's one that does okay. Ethan Laird. Oh, Ethan Laird. He's playing at Man United. He's an average one. Did you offer the wage for Nianzo? I've never seen someone reject. I offered him in his wage bracket, I believe. But he wanted like 76 grand a week. But he accepted they accepted the offer that we put on the table, and we finalized the terms, and then they rejected it. I've seen it happen a few times. It's not something I've not seen before. Monaco, are you on crack? Like, I'm just gonna be loaning Lazari out. Like, we did suffer defeat the last time we played Cagliari. Because they beat us. They were another thorn in our side as well last season. Because we conceded 6 to them in the league. 6 goals. But if we can beat them here, we bottled a 3-0 lead away from home against them last season as well. I was not very happy. And then we lost 3-1 at home to them. Like, I couldn't believe it. That was, I think, the start of the sort of bottle, if I think, last season. That 3-1 home defeat to Cagliari. It was probably the Milan defeats. But that Cagliari 3-1 loss was in there as well. It was in there as well. And then we had like Atalanta and this one as well, losing to Salernitana, who are now relegated and haven't started. Oh, they haven't started Serie B yet. That's why. But like, yeah, I was not impressed, to say the least. Alberto is still injured, as is Sakagni. He's out for 4 weeks. So we are going to be playing SMS a lot more in that role. And Esposito is going to be getting a lot more game time than he first thought he was going to get. How long is Alberto out for? 6 more days. So he's out for another week. No, that's not who I wanted to get rid of. But, yeah. But the wage is a little bit of an interesting one. I'm surprised, really, considering, like, normally I see them reject it in the contract offer, not in the inbox afterwards, like a few days later after they've gone away to mull it over. But I like that that's a thing as well. It's not always guaranteed until they're walking through the door. The only time you realistically see it when a player isn't is when, obviously, when they have other clubs that have put bids in. But I like to see the fact that they've gone away, mulled it over, and then said no, even if it's at a detriment to us in a way, because he's not signed for us. But, yeah. I haven't sorted the corners out again. I need to. I want to sort them out more long term, but I'll wait till Alberto's back. Immobile scored. He's onside. I didn't see it. Right, I died. 2 more between 1 and 6. I won't give you the same again. I'll give you. Oh, I'm back FC. That's nice to know. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Roy. 2 more between 1 and 6. I will give you 1 for the first one and 6 for the second one. Is that a better combination? Esposito. He's found Immobile. I mean, Immobile probably didn't have to pass there. Right, Kessie. That's better from you, not getting sent off. And Immobile. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. He's on 5 in 3. This man scores goals. Can reroll upgrades with a grenade launcher. I mean, is that a good thing? I've never played the game, so, which I'm very prone to. I mean, I'm glad I've given you something that's a little bit better this time around. Although from the sounds of it, I probably couldn't give you much worse. Oh, Marisic, you love to see that. It's a big win from you. Esposito, Lazzari. Immobile's already on a hat-trick. Lazzari's bombing down the right wing. It's an interesting pass towards Esposito, but we get it back again. Oh, SMS. It's a lovely ball. Lazzari can't find the cross. Esposito might be able to. We recycle it. Oh, go on, Esposito. I was going to say show us your pace. But he's not showing us that there. That is why we bought Kessie. What a tackle that is. Esposito. Immobile. He's off. He's off. We move. We move. No hat trick for Immobile this time. That is tight as well. That is tight. That is very, very close. But we're 2-0 up, and I was about to say going into the break quite comfortable, but then Lazzari has got himself injured. That's not what we wanted to see right before halftime. Get them motivated. I trust you to make a difference. I mean, that's an interesting one for the midfielders. They didn't have the long list like the other two, but you know. Napoli are losing to Torino. I was tempted to say we've not weakened Napoli in the window or Inter really. We've weakened Inter slightly last season by signing Fede DeMarco, and we weakened Milan by signing Frank Kessie on a free. But we haven't weakened Napoli, but they look like they've weakened themselves. They haven't started great. What I don't think they did last season, and then they nearly came back to bite us in the arse. Despite the fact we beat them twice. And it was nearly all our own downfall. Dominguez. Right, we're playing it around nicely. But can we find that cutting edge pass? Oh, that's a red card. Nandez has blocked him off. It's a second yellow. Nandez is off. Cagliari are down to 10. We shouldn't now be losing this game. I say that. We probably will now. No, my luck. Fede DeMarco, he's playing well, but he's knackered again. Kamenovic can come in for him. Esposito's not had the best of games, so we'll bring Andre Anderson on for a little bit. We do have Escalante as a backup ball-winning midfielder, so we can keep Basic for that box-to-box if we need to. And we've got Cataldi anyway. So we've got players in there. Marisic is on a yellow, but we're not going to take him off. I'm guessing with the fact we can play 12 subs, we can still make 5 in this season. But free kicks whipped in. Immobile can't get his hat-trick. He tried his best there, bless him. He tried his best. Maybe we'll get it from this one. Kamenovic is not winning that header. Luis Felipe. Syria is always 12 subs. Okay. Andre Anderson's off. Does that mean that we can make 5? Because then it's going to be slightly different as well. If we can make 5, then we can rest players a little bit easier. But if only 3, okay, that's fine. The easiest way to have checked would have just been to do this and go, right, we'll replace Dominguez with Cataldi. Yeah, perfect. We know we can only make 3 now. Thank you, Ben, for informing. Can we make... We need a third. We've had 2 disallowed goals in this game. It should be 4, but we can't keep ourselves on. And Babu, making his debut. Can he get an assist on debut? No, because Kamenovic can't head. FM23 should be 5 permanently. Is Syria then 5 pub subs like next season? Or is it like that permanent thing? Is that changed? I couldn't remember if that permanent change had been put into effect yet or not. Across the board. I knew there was talks of it. I just couldn't remember if it was from like this season coming up or if it was from next season. Unless it's 5 subs in 3 intervals. I'll check the rules. I'll check the rules now so we don't forget. Because it probably would be useful to know. Yeah, 12 subs names, 3 used. That's fine. Lazari's out for 3 to 4 weeks. And Babu's in to make his debut. Kessie with an assist and a brilliant display in midfield. You love to see it. All the defence do their bit. I wouldn't swap him, not even for Harry Kane. Misfortune creates opportunity. Not even fucking Harry Kane. Harry Kane would not get into this team ahead of Immobile. That is for sure. That is for sure. We loved Immobile too much. But no team is keeping pace with us right now. Well, I say there aren't. Atalanta, Inter, and Sassuolo could. I don't understand why Atalanta are now into 4th. Maybe alphabetical, but I would have thought they'd been there high. Patrick is off to Arsenal. Malang Sarr is taking his sweet ass time. Has he had any other bids? No. I don't understand then why Malang Sarr is not like agreed a deal. Is he waiting to like to see if the other clubs are gonna bid? But we put that in like it's only 5 days, I suppose. But Patrick's off, which then means we got to move on one day. Wasn't Sarr making a ton of mistakes this season? Yeah, he's a squad player though. He's a squad player that we're just literally throwing away for a little bit. We need another centre back though. I mean, we could go for Cesar Azpilicueta. We just called him Dave. Let's play a search, edit search, centre back. We don't need the left-footed bit on it now. We just need any player. Bonucci's requested to leave. We're not signing a 35-year-old Bonucci. I mean, I did say we hadn't weakened Napoli. I don't know who I'd replace Koulibaly for, though. That's the only thing. And most of these players probably are going to want more first team. Quartes has asked to leave because he wants a new contract from Sporting. He's not the best as a pace-wise, though. Romagnoli would be an interesting one. He could potentially do that wide centre-back role. I mean, we could get Big Trevin. We do like Big Trevin around these parts. We're looking at winger attack. We should probably look for ball player defending role because it's the closest to the wide centre-back role that we have. Salisu and Vardy are both left-footed. I've already got like 2 left-footed centre-backs in Radu and then potentially Sarr. Gene from Getafe. Andreas Christensen. Now he's not bad, Christensen. He could do that wide centre back role. He does it for thingy, um, Chelsea at times. Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Christopher Ayer is asked to leave Brentford. At 6'5", I like this shout. I don't know if he'd start though. That's the thing. He's asked to leave because Brentford got relegated. That's why. Would expect to start the majority of matches, so he'd want regular starter. I don't think we could guarantee him the minutes he'd want. But Christopher Ayer wouldn't be a bad one. Nicholas Stark is wanted by Frankfurt. Never really used Stark in this game. What is that pace range? 10 to 15 and 12 to 19. I'm intrigued by Ayer. Especially Gary Medel. Absolutely not. I know, 5'7" as a centre back. He is like the. It's really, really weird, but there are just some of those centre backs that just do really, really well, don't they? That are like small. Like if you think Mascherano was always like a centre back for Barca. Yeah, for his height, he's actually like okay. Like he's not great. Then that 5 to 11 jumping reach doesn't help him. But the rest of his stats from it as a defensive-minded thing, yes, he's 35 years old as well. He's actually not the worst player in the world. He's actually not the worst player in the world. Let's have a look at Wonder Kids. Why not? Let's see if we can find a Wonder Kid centre-back that we could then just... Is there no VW here? There's 3 that we can see. Inaciao, left-footed. Nianzu rejected us because he wanted more money than we was prepared to offer him for a squad player. And then you've got Vardio, and then there's not really much else. What have we scouted that our scouts recommend? Diak, 21 years old at Toulouse, 6'1", with 14 to 7. His physicals look good. They look okay. The pace and acceleration aren't the best, but like the jumping reach is not bad. The strength is not bad. The composure and concentration leave somewhat to be desired, and that dribbling is not great. He's very much not a wide centre back. Yeah, the mentals though are terrible. He'd definitely be someone that needs to develop more. I've just seen the fact he has 2 to 4 determination. I'm already turned off by him. Satalo. Did I have Satalo last FM at some point? I feel like that is the case. His mentals are a lot better at 22 than the other ones. Mentals will put you off drastically, yeah. But those mentals are more the thing for... I found that the majority of this year, mentals are what turn me off on a player more than anything else. Like, you can have slightly worse physicals if your mentals live up to it a little bit more. 15, yeah, that's not bad. That's what I'm thinking as well. Like, he will still win you a lot of headers. Right-footed. Would he want... He's at Dinamo. Would he want... And he'd be cheap as well. Would he want squad player? See, that's the thing that turns me off there. He'd want to be an important player. I cannot guarantee you important player. We need more time to think. That's the thing. He's ambitious, yeah. Like, something tells me, yes, he'd be great. I just don't know if I could provide him with the playing time he wants. Because of the fact that he wouldn't be there. Yeah. I kind of need one sooner rather than later, though. Like, I could bring Mukiele in, but again, he's not going to want to come as a squad player. Kalulu the same. Saar would. We don't have much information on you. Unfortunately. You're one that we need to scout a little bit more. He's already being scouted. We have a full scout report on you. You ain't really a wide centre back. Unfortunately, Valerie. Mentals are okay on you. You are left-footed. I mean, I love the name. Joseph, I do. He'd be cheap as well from Celta. That surprises me coming from La Liga. He'd be cheap at 26. But again, mentals are not great. John Stones. He's a fringe player at City. I mean, his value's way much more than what we could offer. He's a fringe player. Could we loan him? No, because they want 850k and a mandatory fee. Absolutely not. Mario. I recognize you. Weren't you playing in Italy before? No, this is a different one then I'm thinking of. It's a different one I'm thinking of. Eric Garcia. Yeah, I used Eric Garcia early in the year, Woida, and he wasn't great. I'm not a big fan of Eric Garcia. Now we're getting into the lower ranked players. Why is Wesley Fofana a C minus? I mean, his value is expensive, but he's not that bad. Sven Botman, he's obviously left-footed, so we wouldn't sign him, but new Newcastle player. Moose, wait, I was about to say, that can't be the Musa Sissoko, can it? Ben Godfrey, Michael would love this, wouldn't he? Michael would just absolutely love me to sign Ben Godfrey if I had the money. You're a DM. You can dribble and you can cross. He's from Spezia. He's not for sale. We'd really be weakening Spezia there, but Zuma. Is that Kurt's brother? Or any relation to Kurt in any way, shape, or form? We'd have to scout him a little bit more. I'm scouting him purely just because he looks a bit like Kurt Zuma as well. I want to get a scout report on you just so I can see that. Chris Mepham always does well in this game. Always does well in this game. We'd actually have the money to sign him probably outright. Would you want squad player? Oh, he'd want squad player. I think we found our new centre-back. Because he could do the wide centre-back defend. Because wide centre-back defends don't really cross. Damn, got pretty far but still died. Sag. Yes. Badiashile. Badiashile is normally expensive. From Monaco. Like, yeah, we don't have that money. And we already have Saar coming in on a cheap. Plus, Monaco will want an extortionate amount of money that we can't afford. Whereas Chris Mepham's affordable. Chris Mepham is affordable. Are Bournemouth in the Championship? No, they got promoted. But Chris Mepham would be somebody I'd be interested in as a squad player that we could cover. He wouldn't want there. The contract we could probably offer him is fine. Because we was prepared to offer a lot more to Nianzou. We could probably get him for like 15. I reckon if we offered like 12 and suggested 17.25, we can't quite afford that. We don't want the Paraleague appearance. I reckon we could get you with a like 10 and 5 bid, I reckon. We're not going to be selling Chris Mepham, or if we are, we're not going to be here to sell him. Brentford Moneyball boy, yeah. No. Like, after 50 league appearances, do you know what? After 50 league appearances, we'll give you 1.5 as well. Just to sweeten the deal. There we go. Chris Mepham was more likely to come in as well. Squad player, absolutely fine. 31k. I mean, that estimated wage is low. I think I'd offer him 28. He's set on 31. Do you know what? We'll set him on 31. We will settle him on 31. The fact that Malang Sarr still hasn't made his mind up is mental. Is mental. We'll attend the press conference. Sassuolo. Not prepared to discuss. Not prepared to discuss teams. They literally just wanted me to discuss team selection. It's a good bargain, to be fair. Yeah, Mepham at 31 is not bad in this game. I've seen him go for a lot bigger wages, so to get him at that is quite good. I'd take that. Hopefully they're both in time for the PSG game, because I would like to rest in this game if I can. But I think Radu's out, so we're kind of light on centre backs right now. We are very, very light on centre backs. I bet it'd be double. Oh, it'd massively be double for Chris Mepham. Sarr is in the building. That is nice news. He should be in time to play against Sassuolo. Which is poggy if he is. Squad registration. Malang Sarr in the building. Assign him a squad number. He plays 31 for Chelsea, so he can have 31 here as well. And get SMS to welcome him in. Getting that in. The Coppa Italia starting today. We don't care about that. Yeah, so we can then rest. Like, we can rest a couple of players. Amadodzic is knackered. We don't really have the players to do that. Luis Alberto will be back in time for the thingy. Right, Malang Sarr will come in for Radu. And then what we can do... No, that's... We don't want to do that for this one. We wanted to do that for all matches. And then next match only. It doesn't matter if it changes. We can rest for next match. And Babu will start, obviously. We're going to bring Falbo in there. We've got left backs, but we don't have right backs. We'll play... No, I'm liking Trubin at the moment. I don't see the necessity to switch that. We're going to rest Amadodzic and play Sarr and move Felipe in there. Alberto's injured, Zakagni's out, so Esposito and SMS will start again. Zakagni will obviously come out. Fabianski will come on the bench. Alberto is still not fully fit. The injuries are taking their toll a little bit. Squad depth is low right now, chat. Squad depth is low. But hopefully with the inclusion then of Mepham as well, we'll be okay defensively wise. I'm actually going to rest Marisic for Silva as well in this one. Just because I'd like to beat PSG in midweek, but we're not going to really rest much going forward. But defensively, they're looking a little bit knackered. Yeah, that's fine. I'll unregister an under-22 player I registered. Because I registered a couple of the under-22 players, so I can deregister them. Chelsea still want Sterling, apparently. Do you know what? If that's the case, then I'd still be happy to take Sterling. 35 million for Raheem Sterling, I think, is a bargain. Because he'd be an established Premier League player. Yes, he would. Whereas he's hopefully coming in to now be a Champions League player. DeMarco's lost out there. A little bit weak from him. I don't like that. But Immobile, I mean, he's won that back brilliantly. Now he's got to just square it. Oh, he couldn't find SMS. Immobile's in himself. He's offside. But yeah, if Chelsea, like, realistically, we need... I don't think we need another midfielder. My dad still thinks we need another midfielder. I don't think we need another midfielder. I think we need an option. We need a couple of options defensively. Skriniar would be okay if we can get him down, because if not Skriniar, De Ligt even. De Ligt would be great, but I think he's probably not worth 120 million euros. Unless you can get that in a package deal, I don't think he's worth it. But yeah, I think we need a couple of defenders. I think we still want Jules Koundé, but I think it more depends on, rather than personal terms, I think that's still very much a, right, we want this amount of money from Sevilla. Oh, that's a good header. It's still very much a case of Sevilla want this amount and Chelsea are working on a package to be able to afford it. But they're wanting to get some other players in as well, which is fair enough. You can understand and see why. But yeah, if we lose to Sassuolo because we've rested our defense, I'm going to be annoyed slightly. For a competition that doesn't actually matter if we win, but I just wanted to see where like our first team, barring a few injuries, could go against PSG. Because it's PSG. As Fede DeMarco, Immobile, that is wonderfully worked, and he's onside this time. But then to have like a frontline option, you have in like Havertz, Werner, Mount, Sterling, Rafinha, Ziyech. Like there's so many options to rotate and rest around in, and different types of players as well. And I think Sterling will be good for that experience of winning stuff with City as well. In what is a squad that, despite winning the Champions League, has been more of a team that loses finals than wins finals. If you think about it, we've lost the last 3 FA Cup finals in a row, and we've lost the League Cup as well to Liverpool. Is he going Milan? I've not seen those rumours. But then you've got those options there. Then once you get that, then it's about defenders. And we need defenders. Because I think our starting back 3 right now is Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, and then I think Malang Sarr. I'm probably wrong. I haven't seen anything on I saw there were rumours, but I'd not seen anything concrete. So I hadn't seen anything fully confirmed to be like, yeah, that is for sure happening. I could be wrong as well. But I hadn't seen anything that would confirm or deny that. Esposito, is he going to go on his own? No, he's not. I thought Esposito might have gone for a little run himself. He's not. It's Esposito. He's still not scored for us yet. We can't tell Chuck that he's not. We can't tell Chuck he's not got a goal yet. We have to. I want to be able to tell Chuck he's got a goal. But DeMarco, please. DeMarco, please. Fede DeMarco, that is sensational. It is Sassuolo 1, Lazio 3. We are on fire. DeMarco, he plays so well there. It's a shame he couldn't do it for me in the draft on Thursday, but he is knackered. He's going to be replaced. As is, we're going to replace. We could play Basic as the AP, but he's not really an AP. Whereas Cataldi, being a deep playing playmaker, could probably do that AP role more. So we're going to bring Cataldi on in there. Why not? It's a different role for him, but one I think he can handle. And then Kessie's on a yellow. I don't trust that for 1 second. For 1 second, I don't trust Frank Kessie on a yellow. Not with his ridiculously high aggression. But another nice win by the looks of it to start. 12 points and a 12 goal difference. Clinical. Scamacca. We was rumoured to sign you, Scamacca. You're not shown us any reason why we should sign you there with a 6.0. And that's against our backup defensive line as well, realistically, other than Felipe. Good stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, that Chelsea's back three. You've got Aspilicueta, Thiago Silva as like the two at the moment, and then you've got like Malangsar. You've got Levi Colville coming back, I believe. Um, like there isn't that sort of looking like there's any good there. Oh, Trev, that's the one I was missing. That was the one I was missing. Thank you, HC. I knew there was one I was missing. And Chelsea have not. Other than I think, did Trev start the? Did Trevor Chalobah start the FA Cup final? I don't think he did. Um, certainly made my halftime talk easier. But yeah, I mean, we're started like a house on fire again. Into the only one now that are keeping pace. He did Diaz Torre one. I was going to say we haven't lost a game where... I mean, technically we still haven't because it went to pens, but we haven't really lost the games when Trevor Chalobah started. So, like... But I would give Chalobah more of a start this season. I would give... if Levi Colville can come back and do it, I'd give him some more game time. I wouldn't... I'd say Diaz was Liverpool's best player in the cup final. I wouldn't say necessarily Torre one because I mean, I didn't watch a lot of the cup final. I came back from Blackburn on the drive. I was driving home from Blackburn as it was finishing. Debuts are never easy. You cope well. There are too many reasons to discuss right now. Inter beat Fiorentina 4-0. Pisa got promoted. Is Lorenzo Luca still at Pisa? Oh my god, he is. If we have money after the Mepham deal, do we try and sign Lorenzo Luca? Just for the shits and gigs. No, I think we leave Luca. Diaz is probably going to be better than Mane down the line. That's an interesting one. I think because isn't he... Am I correct in saying he's either-footed in this? Right-footed. But, like, very, very good on his left. Whereas Mane is more one-footed. Could try and get me an X Cup. That's what I was thinking as well, James. And please, he's a fine player. Certainly hope you can make. Don't wish to discuss club finances. It could be the move. They're both huge talents. Give him the warmest welcomes. I mean, there is a lot of questions for a player we spent 5 million on. He came right into the squad. Chris Mepham is in the door. That you love to see. Just in time for the PSG game as well, should we need him. Send him on an intensive language course. 2-star player. I wouldn't say he's a 2-star player, Chris Mepham. I think they've done him dirty there. Right, Falbo, where are you? You come. Chris Mepham comes in. That's our non-EU player as well for the season. Chris Mepham, where are you, good sir? Here you are. You can have 24. And then ask Milinkovic-Savic to welcome in. It says he can be a leading Serie A player, but he's currently a fringe player and that he's a 3... Make it make sense. PSG scouting report. PSG have Alexander Isak in their team. How well have you gone? I mean, you're not bad. You're not bad. I consider barely worse than my 4-star. Yeah. Yeah, he is a rotational player. That's what we've signed him for. I wonder how many questions this one will have. It doesn't matter. We're just clicking second from the middle. He's very happy with it. You love to see it. But right, now I'm hoping that with Alberto, being back in tomorrow? He's back in time for the PSG game. We now have in there Chris Mepham, who can replace Radu. Radu. and then we have Malangsar coming in as well. Yeah, and then that is it really. The team is kind of there now. The team is kind of there. I'm liking where this team is at. I'm liking where this team is at. Ian, welcome in, good sir. How are you? You've just in time for the PSG Super Cup game. The champions of Europe, Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, imagine winning the Champions League with PSG season 1 could never be me, eh? Could never be me. Not the 3 times I've tried it this year. Against Lazio, the winners of the Europa League. Frank Kessie, the day before. Oh, Frank, what are you doing? What are you doing? I was tempted to give you injections, but prediction? I mean, if you want to gamble on it, Ian, we'll get a prediction. We'll get a prediction going. Do we beat Puska? Yes. No. 2 minutes. Get yourselves on it, chat. Get yourselves on it. FM for you, that, yeah. Sources report that Ian might be in the Club Shop Cup. Clubs have reached an agreement. It's now up to the players' availability. I mean, now that I'm intrigued. Demisi, you're a 28-year-old fullback in our... He's a 28-year-old fullback in our under-20s. Sure, off you go, sir. Smirk. I'm loving every second of that. I'm hearing that, and I'm just hearing good things. I'm just hearing good things. Ian in the Club Shop Cup, you love to see it. But yeah, we'll wait till the prediction goes down. We'll select the team because we've got players out injured again. We've got players out injured again because of course we do. Mbabu is also knackered, by the way. What is your stamina, good sir? 16 stamina. The natural fitness at 13 might be the issue there. That might be the issue there. And Frank's out injured as well. We don't like Frank being out injured. But fortunately, we have 3 players. Well, no, we only have 2. We only have 2. And Alberto is an injury doubt. But, you know, we're doing it anyway. We're doing it anyway. DeMarco, Dominguez, Basic, and Babu. The back 3 that we want. Trubin in between the sticks. You've got 20 seconds on the prediction. Paperwork nearly signed. Here we go soon. Get Fabrizio Romano on the blower. Get him on the blower. What a scoop this is. Yeah, get Ian in the Club Shop Cup. You can't beat it. He's the favourite to win it now. Prediction is Dunzo. Who's bet big? Who's bet big? Ian's gone big on yes. James has taken the punter's bet on no. It's high praise for a guy with only 11 subs. Look, we don't need 12 subs to beat PSG. We don't need 12 subs to beat PSG. Wait, 7. I had some Sag. There might have been some gifted ones that might have not been renewed, Ian. I don't know. But Sag, either way. Yeah. Football injuries happen. We've got Toma Basic sitting in that ball-winning midfield role. He's good enough at his job to do it. The fact that PSG are playing Marquinhos in centre midfield as a holding midfielder as well. No Di Maria. They've signed. Oh my God, they've signed Kyle Walker. Icardi's still there. My favourite player from PSG and FM this year. You don't score 41 goals for me and not get a slot. Danny Ceballos is now a PSG midfielder as well. Philippe Max is a backup left back. I mean, Pochettino's not made some bad signings. Obviously, he couldn't keep Mr. Mauro Icardi at the not Mauro Icardi, Kylian Mbappe at the club though. But PSG, oh, I'd love it if we beat them. Absolutely love it. Easy pickings. I've never done a draft nor online PvP before. We will. I have faith in you, Ian. I have faith that you can do well. You're up against me. I've not done great in drafts for over a year. So, Luis Felipe. We're playing it out from the back, as we like to do. We've played that long towards Immobile, and it's not come off for us. And Wijnaldum's in behind us. He's made a decent run. It's a decent. I mean, you're trying to find a cross into the box. Oh, what a save! What a save by Trubin that is. That's why we paid the big money for you. You're also against sweet left fraud. I mean, yeah, he didn't do great in the World Heavyweight Championships, but he is the playoffs champ. You can't call him a fraud. He is the playoffs champ. Although, is it him or is it Clates? That's up for debates apparently. That is up for debate. Now, Hakimi looked off there. DeMarco then wanted to break his legs, apparently. We've not defended that well in the slightest. And PSG lead. And James right now is looking like he's going to take Ian's points. Sorry, Ian. We did not defend that well at all. PSG carved us a new one there. Alberto corner headed away. I haven't changed the set piece. Should have probably done that. I need to remember to do that. Now we've got basically the full squad back fit. Immobile. SMS. Oh, it's saved by Donnarumma. Pet the Chiro Immobile indeed. What an absolute hunk of a man that he is. Let's change this again so we have this set up properly. Because DeMarco, right, you need to come in there and you go there. You mark the keeper, Luis Felipe. And then Marisic sits on the edge. DeMarco goes back. And then Basic comes in. Basic comes in. You go there. You go there. You go there. And then you go there. And then that is sorted. Actually, I'm going to switch those two around. Like that. Hopefully that might have come into play. Right, corner. Alberto in. It's away from SMS. But you fall firmly in the first category. I guess some guys are good save players. Some are good playoff players. Yeah. Yeah, I'm better at the single player version of most games, to be honest. I've never been the best at player versus player type games. Give me a single player game and I'm loving life, in my element. I can take my own time, do what I want, not have to worry about anything, and it's all okay. Get me up against other people, and that's when I crumble. Just go 4-4-2 for the mean of it. I might do. I might go for an old bog standard 4-4-2, but we shall see. We shall see. We've played okay. We've played okay against the champions of Europe. We're not out of this. We're not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. PSG, they might have their Champions League trophy. They might be all high and mighty in their corner. But we've got a chance against them. I don't know why Mbabu's. It's probably because I don't have a set throw-in taker. That he's out there taking them. But here he is back on his more natural habitat, the right-hand side. He's into the box. Oh, and Donnarumma spilt it. Kevin Mbabu with his first for the club. And Lazio are level. It's a lovely worked goal. He goes out on the outside. Nuno Mendes falls asleep. Doesn't follow the run. And Donnarumma has an absolute howler. An absolute howler. Oh, I get all hyped and then there's a highlight from kickoff. Amazing. And FM just wants to break my heart, apparently. It's fine. I'm not crying. You are. I'm not crying. Unless we can win this back high up the pitch. No, Hakimi's gone on a wander down this right. Isak, he's been forced wide, but Messi's there. You never. Oh, big save! What a block that is! If is that Marisic that's put that block in? That is sensational from you, good sir. Despite the fact he was offside. I wonder for 4-4-2 diamond, who's it best to use defensive wingers, or wide midfielders? Don't know really, to be honest, on that one. I wouldn't be too sure. If I was playing a 4-4-2 diamond, I probably wouldn't play as a wide diamond. I'd probably wouldn't play it as a wide diamond. I'd play it as a narrow diamond, I think. And then probably play like double mez on the diamond. Amadodzic clears. Immobile gets there first. You love to see that from your striker. DeMarco's going to lose this here, isn't he? No, he's not. He finds Alberto. Dominguez into Immobile. SMS. Oh, he's double Carolero. Now that would be an interesting one, wouldn't it? Right, DeMarco's not had the best of games, and he's tired. Kamenovic, on you come, good sir. I don't have a player that can play on the right. The only player that can go there would be Marisic, and then bring Mepham on. It might be the case because Mbabu is knackered, and then bring Chris Mepham on in place. And then we'd probably want Mepham in at that near post. And we can bring Basic back out. Yeah, and then bring Mepham in, and then go from there. Now I have an idea that I need to create. Now I'm interested to see this, Voider. I'm interested to see this. PSG have a highlight. Into Gini Wijnaldum. Belotti saved by Truvin. Comfortable for the big man in goal. Now that would be an interesting thing. Having a set piece with my goalkeeper, because he is 6'6". A set piece up. Oh, SMS, that's poor from you to lose that there. Max into Wijnaldum. Don't give away a pen. Whatever you do, just don't give away a pen. We forced them back. Verratti from distance. That's always fine. They can shoot from that kind of range. Not from a corner, though. We don't like goals from corners. There we go. Immobile heads away. Luis Felipe heads away as well. I wouldn't imagine that the highlight is just us heading away from corners, especially on key highlights. There's going to be a chance. And the way it's been going, it's not going to be for us. But a double Carolero 4-1-2-1-2. Now that would be interesting. I thought that was going to be a red for a second. Belotti looks off. No, he's on. Okay. Okay, with 12 minutes to go. We are behind. We're going to push some players on. Just get them up. We're going to play everyone bar the goalkeeper, bar the two central midfielders. Everyone, nah, actually, and the libero. And the libero. We're not going to go too stupid. Increase the tempo and that. Be more expressive. Get those balls into the box and shoot on sight. Whip them in as well. Whip them in as well. We'll force them higher and we'll get stuck into. Hello, Lachlan. Shrek has a great basement. He does. He does have a good basement. Also, Chuck, so I've seen from Chuck anyway. Are we going to lose to PSG? I mean, we've given them a close game. We just haven't created any real clear-cut chances. Other than our goal. But we are going to fall to defeat in the Super Cup. PSG, no match for us. We were no match for PSG. They have taken home the trophy. What a sad little life. What a sad little life. But it is PSG after all. So, he just wanted to hug Chuck. Yeah, that's all he wanted to do. I don't blame him, to be honest. I want to give Chuck a hug. I'd love to give Chuck a good hug. Hopefully I can in November when he's over. If I can see him. Would have been nice. There are lots of positives. And we didn't get battered by PSG, which is a good sign. It's a good sign. We received 3 million for it as well, so the finances love that. We're up to 63 mil in the bank. Like, it's not the worst in the world. It gets a bit of stick. Absolutely, I just don't want to rush him. I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. We've been playing well. It's just a shame we couldn't quite turn that into a win. But you're playing PSG. You're playing PSG. There's not much that you can expect from it. There's not much you can do with that. You just have to kind of accept the fact that it's FM, it's PSG. There's a difference there. Now, Danny Olmo would be a great player to have as that AP. But we can't afford the nice 69 million transfer fee. Imagine that, 69 million for Danny Olmo. Could definitely see myself swinging something like this just to be different. A false nine and a poacher as well with a shadow striker. I like the front three combination just because there's a false nine and a poacher in there. I very rarely see that. Double Carolera I love as well. Do you know what? I like that. I like that. I see no complaints in that at all. I have no complaints with that. They make for this guy. I'm guessing he's in our under-20s as well. Just been moved there. Never gonna see the light of day. He can go. 23-year-old probably in our under-20s again. Yeah, so he can absolutely just make the move. Just to be different. Yeah, why not, Woider? Shadow Striker. I mean, he's rejected them. Mud for them. But yeah, Shadow Striker, False Nine, and Poacher. I like that a lot. I like that idea a lot. It's different. It's different. Double Carolera in midfield. Why not? I would potentially run double Mezzes. Run a playmaker on either side and then Mezzes in the midfield. Ideal, the plan would be to constantly swap flanks until you draw them out of shape. Yeah. Like, you can either directly switch that across, or you can play it short across and work your way around. But with the double Caroleros running between the boxes as well, I can see that. But I'd then have the Mezzes to provide a bit more width as well, and then have like a holding mid and then like a attacking mid, and the Mezzes can create width too. Milan lose, you love to see that. Inter win again. Inter are going to be the thorn in our side this season, aren't they? As are Napoli by the looks of it. As the way it was last season. And then you also did have Milan in there. That's just why it's nice to see them lose. It's always nice to see them lose. Edin Dzeko currently earns 150 grand a week at Inter. That is mad. That is mad. Imagine being able to earn 150 grand a week just in any job. With the wing backs and yeah. Wing backs on attack, the Caroleros. I can see it now that the ideas are just free flowing. Are free flowing. That seems like something you could do. Monthly staff meeting. We'll send that to the inbox. We've made it through our month, chat. We've made it through the month. Right? Do I want to listen to this song? Not really. I mean, yeah, no, I do want to listen to this song. What am I doing even considering skipping it? Marisic, he has no interest in joining Juventus. So we're turning down 61 million quid. Yep, that's right. Not only did we turn down a 62 million pound bid from Newcastle, we've just turned down a 61 million pound bid from Juventus. He has had. I mean, a heavy. I was kind of hoping. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be like an SYC and that he got a lower back stress factor from something stupid like falling out of a loft. That if you haven't seen that, that is an actual thing that happened to Matt in his save. Send him to the specialist. Cataldi, don't worry about your injury, good sir. We are getting injuries like there's no tomorrow. We might have to. Let's look at our physios because our physios are obviously not doing a good enough job. Like, can we import our These are all the player views. Can we not add our staff views? No. That's possibly because we're in the wrong game. Views. Medical staff, please. It's not valid for this one. Cool. We're gonna have to customize it then. Can we add that in? Yeah, we can. We can't. You can add physiotherapy in. Oh, that's because we can't scroll. That's why. Sports science. Here we go. I was about to say you can add physiotherapy, but not sports science. That's weird. We'll put it above nationality. So if we're looking, our head physio is 17 and 14. We can definitely improve on that. Yeah, we can improve on that. We've got 3 physios we can massively improve on. Medical staff. Now, this is the staff shortlist, not the thing, right? We want to get rid of that. We want physio. And we want physiotherapy. We do want sports science in there, but the sports science can be about 10. And then that we start at 20. There's plenty here. There is plenty coming through at 20s. My goodness gracious me. This is what you love to see. This is what you love to see. Now, Mr. Chris Burton, would you want to be... Are you not head physio at Norwich? You are head physio. Did Norwich get relegated? Of course they did, yeah. Of course they did. Why am I even asking, did Norwich get relegated? Should just know. But you're going to be our head physio. That's for sure. We'll even offer you £6,000 a week to do it. Like, I'm prepared. You're on £675 a week. I'm prepared to offer you a lot more. I reckon this guy would leave Sao Paulo to be a physio. Would you not want to be a physio, good sir? I don't really think I need you as a... You'd want 1.9k, then we'll make you an offer of 3.3. Get you in the door. So that's them 1. That improves our head physio, and then 1, 2. No, you're not being a head physio. Just a regular physio, come on. Nope, he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. I reckon you'd leave Independiente to be a physio. Yeah, see. And we can offer you like a similar deal to what we offered your mate, just to guarantee the deal coming in. 3.3 grand a week. There's 2. And then Tim, would you come and be a physio? Yes, you would. So that's then the 3. That massively improves our Oh, Chris Burton's in. Goodbye. Now, Christian, my good sir, 17 and 14 isn't bad, but it's not as good as what we've got. Oh, it's because we've got 5, right? We need to... Why have we got 5? Like... Can we not add physios? Oh, see, now we can. And now they're not going to want to sign us for us, are they? See, he's in the door. He's left. Right, can we now please, like, retry and sign you back? No. Cool. The board have screwed us over there. Amazing. Thank you, board. Thank you, board. It's because we have more than the allotted slots. I hate that when that happens. So he's set to go on loan, but we still have the 1 more, right, to come in. Yeah, Tim. So then we'd have 6. and then we can go back for the other two because they will come in. We know that. Cataldi feels that he's achieved everything. Like in my head, I'm gonna save that for a future save. I think that's a good idea, saving that for a future save as well. Cataldi, we've discussed the issue. I didn't promise him anything. Right, can we... I'm gonna give it to after the Udinese game to then be able to look and go back and go back for those two physios. The fact that the fact that Norwich got relegated and he went, yeah, I'll come to Serie A now, because I think we tried to get him in last season, but that's already bumped us up. Get 2 more physios in. We need more scouts. That's what we need. Do you know what? We're gonna look for more scouts whilst we're here and we're in the staff. We're in the staff mindset. Whilst we're in the mood, we're gonna pick some more scouts. I don't really care about adaptability. I just want to look at ability and potential. The adaptability can come into it, but I reckon we can get like, oh my god, David Trezeguet. Yes, please. Right, the one thing I didn't look at, because there's gonna be a lot. Is if we go into here and we customize the view, and we go here and here. Move them up as well into this. So we got 1, 2 that we can realistically get rid of. 3. I'd say 5. I'd say anything. I'd say the 17 and 18 guys. What's our Chief Scout? 2020. Wolfgang Grobe. You're very, very good, aren't you, Mr. Wolfgang? Jesus Christ. Did we get you last season? We must have done, because that 20 and 20 I would have probably looked at and signed. I really hope... You hear Timo Pukki might be leaving Norwich. I'm surprised at that. Arsenal do need him. It seems like the perfect fit. But then Chelsea do also need... Chelsea then do also need it as well. Oh yeah, we signed... He was a free agent and we got him because he left Bayern. That was nice, wasn't it? Mr. Wolfgang, we've done well there. But I'd say you can go. I'd say I'd keep the 2 18-17 guys and then get rid of the rest. So if we've got 7 already, and we're getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, we're down to then 3. I'd say we're down to 3, so we can get 7 scouts in. 7 scouts. Now you're not very adaptable, so you realistically stick to like Germany where you know. But 19 and 19, yes please. If you want more, we'll go to 5k. You're just a scout at Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim did they get relegated? No, and they're 3rd in the Bundesliga. Interesting. Now we'd weaken them, but I don't think he'd leave to be a regular scout. He would. Interesting, right? Then let's offer you some big money to be able just to try and entice you your way. After the Lukaku deal. Because we've got a new takeover wader, that's why. So we now have the money. So it's like new money in a sense into the club. Gabby Ruiz, would you want to leave Leeds and be a scout? Would you want to leave Leeds and be a scout? We'll even offer you 11 grand a week as well. Yeah, see, look, money talks. There's 3 scouts in the door. 2019 and 20. You're a technical director. My goodness gracious me, you're so much better as a scout. You're genuinely so much better as a scout. He's gonna probably want to be a technical director. Do we have a technical director? I think I can get better technical directors. When you're sitting there with 2019 and 20, how can I not say to you, come and be that, we'll give you the max money we can offer. He doesn't want it. Of course he doesn't. What's your working with youngsters? Yeah, you're a very good head of youth development. I think our head of youth development is actually quite good as well. Yeah, 2018 and 19 as well. Like, he's very, very good. Bruno, you're a free agent, so you should be an easy one to snag up. 20 working with youngsters like Prince Andrew, exactly, like all of them. I mean, I've got to have a night. I've got to. It doesn't matter if you're a 5221 Catenaccio guy. It's David fucking Trezeguet. Of course, I've got to get you in. Vittorio Quagliarella as well. Just because your name's Quagliarella, I'm signing you. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 scouts, hopefully in the door. Potentially the 2 chief scouts we bid for probably won't. Let's look at judging ability. Now we haven't offered this guy one, but he's a technical director, so he ain't gonna want to leave. And then we'll also search like that. 19s and 19s. Why have we not bid for you? Why have we not bid for you? And you come. Like 18 and 19, 18, 8. Yeah, see, like, they're all very, very good at their jobs. And I think that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, because we got the physio in as well. Did we say we... No, we didn't. We wasn't changing our head scout. So he's in the door, so that's 1. Also, Pector... Yes, he is leaving as well. And I agree. I can kind of see why. Because, as I was discussing, I think it was maybe... I think it might have been at the weekend. The 2 people that dealt with, like, the staffing and the transfers around Chelsea were Marina Granovskaya and Petr Cech. If we get Chelsea's staff up, I don't know if that's changed in this game. Because I think it should still be Roman Abramovich. But then... Oh. Ben Maxwell's region. Is Marina not here? She's our DOF. She's not here. Interesting. Is Marina Granovskaya in game still? She usually is. Oh, she's unemployed. But yeah, so we have her. Russian. That's potentially why she's unemployed. When did she leave? Oh, just released. Chelsea just released her. Is that when they hired Sedan? Did they hire Sedan on the 15th or the 10th? Oh no, so he left before they sacked whoever it was. But yeah, you have Petr Cech as the technical director and Marina Granovskaya as the director of football. And what their job was basically to deal with the transfers and deal with the staff and deal with basically all of the background day-to-day running that Abramovich couldn't whilst he wasn't allowed in the country. Not because of the war and stuff, but this was because of his visa. He had issues gaining a visa to be able to come into the country. And basically, that was all of like their dealings, and they've made some good signings in the past, but obviously they've made some bad ones. But there was always that sort of cut-off point between them and the manager, and there was always that like sort of distance. Whereas from what it seems like right now is that Todd Bowley's coming in and is going to be taking over the entire sort of negotiation period. He's obviously in the country. He's been in the country. He's going to be dealing with like negotiations and stuff like that himself from what I can understand and what I've heard. And that he's going to be in direct talks with Tuchel. Now, and that Tuchel is basically going to say to him, like, he wants this, he wants that, and then sort of go from there. He's in our under 20s, isn't he? Yeah. So then he's gonna be doing that. And like that's all well and good. That's all well and good. And from what it understands and the way it seems to be, is that they asked him to like Todd Bowley has come in and basically, from what I can understand, that Petr Cech and Marina both wanted to keep Lukaku. And they wanted him to have another season here to basically try and see if he could prove himself and not waste the money that we spent on him effectively. and then basically Bowley's come in and spoken to Tuchel and said, right, do you want him at the club or not? Tuchel's basically said, no, I don't. And then Lukaku's pretty much straight out the door. So if he's hands on, I think I would prefer to be hands on as an owner though. Like if I ran my own football club and I'm never gonna have the money or the financial capabilities to do so. But like if I had the opportunity to run my own football club, I think I'd rather be hands on as well. Like I think I'd prefer to be more hands on than hands off, especially when it's effectively my money that's being spent and put into the team. Like I'd rather be the one I knowing that I can like, and if it's my business that goes wrong, it's like me that's made the investment. He will want to bring in all stars as well. The Dodgers team is like the all-star team, and he knows though that Chelsea are a bigger club. Like from what you can understand and see, like he's put the money in. He knows exactly what he's doing. Like he will want to do that. The LA Dodgers, they're a baseball team, I think. I think it's baseball, but it's the LA Dodgers. Let me have a quick Google. I think it's baseball. Yeah, baseball. So yeah, and basically he owns them as well. Could be croquet, yeah. So he runs them and is from as James said, from what I can understand, hands on in the way he runs them as well. So it doesn't surprise me that he wants to come in and effectively take control of that. And you can see why and as I said, you can see why I would want to be hands on in the dealings and stuff. It's my money. I want to know what I'm spending it on. I'd want to work with the manager. As SMS fires us into the lead. Koulibaly, I've seen the Koulibaly links again. That's one I would quite I've he's been inconsistent in what I can see over his career. But then so was Rudiger before Tuchel came in. It's Rafinha then centre backs. Yes, and we need centre backs. That is like number one priority should be centre backs. Getting Rafinha, especially stealing it away from under the noses of some other clubs that were looking at him, I'm happy with as well if Rafinha can perform and if it's again what Tuchel wants. That's all really. Like I just want and I think this is what most most fans want. They just want their owners to back their manager and get him the players that he sort of wants. Like if he provides you with a list of players that he can go out and get, like they can go out and get the majority of them. I mean, that would be him coming back. If we're bringing back a centre back to return, I'd rather Fikayo Tomori, and I think our buyback clause on him is cheap as well. I'm fairly certain our buyback clause is like 50 million or something like that. I'd rather pay that for Tomori, I think, than bringing back Ake. I'm not certain on Ake, but again, if it's a player that Tuchel wants, I'm happy to back it. That doesn't need bailouts by an owner. Yeah, and that's why as an owner, I'd rather be hands-on. So then I can know if I'm making, like, what investments I'm making and whether I then need to kind of, like, bail out my club and stuff like that. Like, and I know the finances. I know the way the projections are going. I'd want to be in contact with my accountants quite consistently around the club. As Immobile is onside and makes it 2. Because if you're running a football club, you want to, like... And obviously it's been hard the last few years, which is why he probably had his right-hand woman in Granovskaya, and I can definitely see why Bowley's getting rid of her. I'd probably end up a lot like Daniel Levy. I don't think I would, but I don't think I'd end up... I wouldn't be, like, you wouldn't be able to unless you're the Saudis or, like, the Qataris and stuff that own, like, City, Newcastle, and PSG, etc. Like, you wouldn't be able to afford to, like, go and be like, or even like an Abramovich and stuff, and just be able to spend ludicrous amounts of money every season, like on players. So I understand completely why people like Daniel Levy and Mike Ashley ran their football clubs the way they did. But one thing I wouldn't want to be doing is a Glazers, where I'm having to take out a loan to buy the club and then just basically profiting off of that and not paying back the loan. I think that's really poor from the way an owner is run. Levy is giving Conte money this summer because he's kind of had to. That is a wonderful goal to make it 3. He's kind of had to though because he's brought in Conte, but he hasn't backed a fair few previous managers. He's probably saved the last 3 to 4 years, right? Like on there and been able to then go to someone like Antonio Conte. I've got the money now to spend on like a manager like yourself, and now I want to go for it. Yeah, like he even I think even if he didn't, he'd basically be at that point where he's like, I'm at my last resort here. Newcastle is different because Newcastle have recently had that big takeover. Newcastle are very much a different sort of kettle of fish. But even still, FFP wise, FFP is bollocks. Like FFP, like can just be written off with sponsorships. I'm pretty certain. There's so many ways around FFP. It's basically might as well just not exist anymore. Yeah, Ashley knew that, and that's why. Yeah, and that's why I think Mike Ashley right now would have been. And I hate to say this, and it's poor Derby fans if there's any Derby fans in chat, but I think Derby need an Ola like Mike Ashley, like last year. Absolutely not. Delia Smith couldn't do that. Delia Smith wouldn't do that anyway. I think even if Delia Smith had the money to do that, I don't think she'd do it. I think that's just more a Delia Smith thing than that, though. Because she even has like Karen Brady and stuff like that on her board of directors. I don't think any of them are ever spent like like saying, right, we'll put 50 million in for a window for you. It just doesn't. That just doesn't seem likely. Like not in the slightest. Whereas I could have seen. I think she's both. I think it's Karen Brady. No, Karen Brady's West Ham. I'm getting confused. But Delia Smith is the what I was saying. But Delia Smith is the owner of Norwich. Yeah, yeah, she's a well-off woman. It's like Elton John though was owner of Watford for a period of time and is still I think involved in part of the running of the club, but not fully. Like, but like I wouldn't have expected him even like there to be that minted. But like it all depends. Now, what a start this is to the season. 5 wins, only 1 conceded, and another 3-0 win. Inter have won again, though. Inter are going to be the thorn on my side, and Napoli have won again. The Rocket Man injecting 25 mil. I knew she had money, but I thought she had investors who came with the money. I think she has. I think there are part investors. I don't think she. I think she owns the majority share. The one person to ask would be Michael, who is conveniently not here this evening. Whether he knows, but not even Erling Haaland. Wouldn't even swap Immobile for Erling Haaland. I've said it there. Man City can get to fuck. Immobile over Haaland any day of the week. But yeah, like wearing his glitzy suit and glasses, injecting 25 million into the football club for a window. Absolutely no chance. The only way he'd have done that is if he got the 25 million back. There's no way he'd inject it himself. Yep. You got it with Emmanuel Dennis, didn't you, for FPL on the back of your shirt, if I remember correctly? Because then Henry got Arsenal just met. That's why. No, it's probably because of the fact that nobody knew who the fuck Norwich was. So that's 8. Have we had people reject? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maruta is in. They've made a bid for him. He's in the under 20s. He's got 3.5 star potential. Yeah, you could have a loan there. Even though the season's going to be fun. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm going to have to try and think of as well, is the FPL is going to be mad mudded. No, you're staying, Lupo. Radici is going. Radici is one of them definitely going. He can come in. Quagliarella. Peter Clark is staying. D'Amico is staying. Godini is the next one out the door. I could add more scouts, but I don't think I really need more. I'm just doing it because, you know, like, it's just nice to see. Now, like, can we look at staff? See, like, now they're improving, and we've still got a loan manager that we could get in. And we've still got, what, 2 more potential scouts to come in? 2 more potential scouts? Horsens just don't have a great football team, but we have a great stadium for concerts. Detachable side stand that can be swapped. That's kind of cool. 8,000 seats and a cover pitch for standing crowd. Goal stand, yeah. I would have thought more goal stand. The back goal. That's insane. That's insane. Let's see who they think. Right now, let's see the reports. You see, Nadley develops normally well. See if there's any potential bids there. Seller makers from Milan would be a good way to weaken them, I suppose. It's more of a He's a natural defensive winger. We don't have the money. 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 Wait, Paul Dummets. Oh my God, Paul Dummets at Bologna. He went on a free from. He went to Feyenoord on loan last season, and then was signed for Bologna on a free. You love to see it. Sting last week, Rolling Stones. Then we used the old prison yard at the for rock festivals. He's committed his future to Leeds. That is sad. He is moving on loan. Goodbye, good to you. David Trezeguet's in the door. Pasculi at 14 and 16, I think is. No, we'll get rid of Carlo Conti first, because Lupo is quite good at 18 and 17 years. So Carlo Conti is the one we replace. David Trezeguet's in the building. Metallica, Foo Fighters, all of them. David Trezeguet, he was at Juve as a scout. They let him go. What an absolute waste of their loss is our game. We've got our Champions League group stage draw before we play Roma, Sampdoria as well, which is nice to see. They make a loan approach for Armini. No, because you're not paying us any money. I think the other one had us paying money, but you know. All backed up due to COVID. Yeah, they're like 2 years ago. Need to be played in the summer, and they will be played. That is for sure. They will have their moments. They will have their moments. Right, let's see who we're going to get. We've received 12 million for being in the Champions League. You'd love to see it. We're up to 72. We're rich. We're a rich football club. I decline to comment on that. And they sell out like mad. I bet they would as well. I bet they would as well. I didn't pay out the prediction. I've just realised the PSG game. Do we beat PSG? Sadly, it was a no. James, enjoy your points. Ian, if you're still here, I'm sorry, big dog. He's left his agent. Lazari's back in training, as is Sakagni. You love to see it. David Trezeguet is old now. He is. I wouldn't call him old, but he's no spring chicken, that's for sure, Mr. David Trezeguet. This is obviously, well, this would be, yeah, just a little bit before, yeah, 44 years of age. Still here, lol. Disappointed, but I still have half my points, so there's hope. Yeah, there's hope. You might be able to get some back. I got hometown set-aside tickets through my job. Nice. I can act as a middleman merchant for my parents. You love to see it. You love to see it. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But for football, yeah. In terms of, like, I didn't realize he was 44, but yeah. The main thing we're here for, Champions League group stage draw. Champions League group stage draw. We are not the lowest ranked coefficient point team in the competition. We are the second lowest. So we are the second easiest draw in there. Bayern are the favourites. PSG, obviously, the holders. I remember he was at Euro 2000, yeah. Muro, was he playing at like 40 odd? We can draw every team. If we get Shakhtar, I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Shakhtar or Villarreal. I'll take either one of those two from pot 2. We'll probably end up with Barcelona, Red Bull Salzburg, because we Inter are a third seed side, by the way. And we'll probably end up with Marseille, Red Bull Salzburg, and Barcelona in our group. He's 54, still playing. Yeah, he was Euro 2000 winner, wasn't he? I don't think he. Did he play it? I'm not sure if he played at the. No, he did play at the '98 World Cup as well. Bayer, Rangers, and Barca. Cheers, Roy. Mura is still a legend, yeah. So we are in Group D. We are in Group D, chat. Well, we've not got Villarreal. Chelsea's out the door, that's fine. And so is Shakhtar. No, we got Liverpool. Amazing. Of course. Roy's out of the window, but we can't obviously draw Napoli, nor Milan. Dinamo's gone. Benfica. Like Slavia Prague would have been nice. We're going to get Marseille, aren't we? No, we got Rangers. You got one of them. I think that is a doable group. I think we can beat Benfica and Rangers. I think we'll take second in this group. Getting Liverpool as our pot 2 side. Pot 2 was probably tougher than pot 1. Actually, probably not. Rangers better than Benfica. I wouldn't say it's too far off. Was it? I think it was one of my one-season challenges. They made the quarterfinals of the Champions League. It doesn't surprise me. It's a tough group, but it's a doable group. No, Rangers are a good team, Forgo. So I hope you're doing well, by the way. Press conference throwing it to the draw. We can take any of them. There's no easy matches, but we know what we're capable of. He's been almost unbeatable. I don't have anything. He's a type of possible. The Estadio de Luz. That is the Stadium of Light, Benfica. It's the one to tick off the bucket list. I'm only concerned about whether Lazio can win it. I'm only here to talk about Lazio. Do you think they can challenge? I'm not certain they're amongst the favourites. I think it's impossible to think otherwise that Liverpool are the toughest opponents. The fact that we got Liverpool, man, they're the Celtic won a Champions League, Rangers lost the Europa League. I think Rangers. I was surprised at Rangers' performance in Europe this season. But look, when they got there, I'd have liked them to have won. In our save, we had Celtic in the Europa League final. In real life, that is though. Fall Guys. In our save season 1, we played Celtic in the Europa League final. Celtic got to the Europa League final. They had a very, very easy draw to get there. We remove everything bar the Europa League. They didn't qualify at their Champions League group, but had a very nice draw, and then like their run to the final was quite nice. But yeah, we played Celtic in the final of the Europa League and beat them 2-0. It was the most boring final, I think, there. Celtic was in the like 50s or 60s. Celtic European Cup win. It was the 1967 final. They won. They beat Inter Milan 2-1. But yeah, they beat Inter Milan 12 years after the first final. 100% misremembering, and then yeah, it wasn't. It was. I knew it was in the 60s. I couldn't remember if it was after 66 or before. That was the only thing I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember the year. I knew the decade. I just couldn't remember the year. I did I did a Sporkle quiz of like you had to name like the winners of the Champions League or something like that in order. It was a tough one. Kessie's not fit. When's he back fit? 5 to 10 days. Oh yeah, I think they got rid of the non-EU rule where you could only sign one per season, because we just registered 2 this summer. I forgot we signed Kessie's non-EU in Italy, because in Spain he's I think technically classed as EU. So Cagney's not fit. Lazari's not fully fit, but we're gonna play him anyway because I'd rather beat Sampdoria. Took place in Lisbon, yeah. Yeah, Frankfurt picked up their second. He might do. He might do. He has been in Europe a while, so he possibly does. He probably does. Right, encourage. Let's see if we can beat Sampdoria. They haven't had the best of starts to the season, so a nice early goal or two, just to really rub salt into the wounds, would be perfect. Now we've got basically our full team back. I need to sort the set pieces out. That's the next thing. As Fede DeMarco's in, Alberto, that is tame for you, sir. Nope, TM says no. He doesn't. Okay. No problems, Ian. Lazari. Basic. Can we find that goal? Can we find that finishing touch? Oh, that's outside the box. The fact that that's the highlight, that is so clearly outside the box. It's unbelievable, Jeff. Wait. Okay, I'm wrong. And Immobile doesn't miss pens, but apparently I'm wrong. Nope. They've both got non-EU, and we could register them both this season. Maybe because one was Italy to Italy. Perhaps. But that is weird, yeah. I just realised that. I shouldn't have been able to sign Chris Mepham. It's either a bug with the database or that it might be Italy to Italy. You might get away with it because it's Italy to Italy. It might be one foreign non-EU signing. Which would kind of make a little bit more sense. As SMS fires in the second. What a header that is. I'm going to have a look at that now. I'm going to have a look at that before we do anything. Syria rules. 4 years. Unless they've changed it. If a club has 3 or more non-EU players in their squad, including those soon to be out of contract, they could only sign or register up to 2. Once One can be signed without the need to replace, but only if the player has played at least 5. One can be signed should one of the non-EU players contracted to the club leave to a foreign club, see their contract expire or gain European nationality. So maybe we had the 2. It seems like it's 2. We must have had 2 or 3 non-EU players then go. Did we sell one potentially? Polish is EU, Spanish is EU. Slovak might not be. Unless, what's he said? No, Albanian is. Mariki, Kosovo might be. Slovakia is. We sold Akpa Akpro, that's why. We sold Akpa Akpro, so we might have been able to get around it because we sold him. In the summer. Because I think the rest of them are all... And, I mean, he's recently just gone beforehand. Italian, Swiss, Italian, Belgian. Yes, I think it's because we sold Akpa Akpo. Yeah, we sold Pepe Reina for 69k. That's the reason I did it, was because it was 69k. But that makes sense. Selling Akpa Akpro would then probably be the reason why, because we sold one. And there's possibly maybe a player that we got rid of.
Look at you, you beautiful bastard.
Treadhead! You beautiful bastard, you coming in with the tier 1 for 2 months. Thank you very much. Enjoyed the new sub badge.
Evening.
Evening, dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Lazio. Welcome back to the Lazio runaway train as Marisic hits the bar. It's the perfect start again for us and Inter. Inter are winning away in Naples as well, which is a big result for them. It wasn't a free transfer, Akpro. Oh, Luis Alberto, stop it. That is sensational. That is sensational. All good. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. You let some Swiss guy go. Oh, wait, aren't Swiss EU? Are they non-EU? Okay, then that might be why the free transfer out, yeah. Because we had the player out of contract, and then we've sold Akpa Akpro as well. So that's possibly the way around it. Alberto's header's never going in. The fact that that's a key highlight. They haven't had a shot in this first half. We have battered them. Absolutely battered them. I didn't realise Swiss is non-EU. I could have sworn Swiss was. But then we signed in Babu as well. So then that still shouldn't count anyway. Yeah, so does Spain. And Mobile, oh, this is a long way from the Russian adventure. Yeah, we've parked that save for a little bit. I've gone to the Glory Hunter. I want to win some stuff. Boost the ego a little bit. Make me feel good at FM again. And when you're seeing player ratings like this, so you replaced 2 and signed 1, yeah. Seems like that's within the rules, yeah. Let's bring Escalante on for Basic because he's on a yellow. We don't really want to lose players on a yellow. Do you know what? We're gonna bring Esposito on up top. We'll give him Mobile a break. He doesn't have to carry us in every game. And then Fede DeMarco might be the one we replace there. I think that might be okay then. That would make a little bit more sense. That's onside. That's only the second goal we've conceded in 6 this season. That's poor defensively from us. The fact that he was just allowed to be free there is a little bit annoying. Mr. Ferrari. Escalante into SMS. That's a lovely pass. And that was a lovely ball from Escalante. SMS. Oh, he saw Luis Alberto score the screamer earlier and thought he wants one himself. He wants a long-range screamer himself. How tall is Gregorich again? Because Gregorich is a big boy. Oh, I mean, whoever's just run away from that guy there. Was that Luis Felipe that just ran away inside? Gregorich is a big one, isn't he? 6'4". He's not quite as tall as Anel Amadodzic. Let's make the one final change just to run the clock. We'll give Fede DeMarco his standing ovation as always. He doesn't tend to finish the games, Fede. Which is weird considering he has quite good physicals. Oh, only 12 stamina actually, so that would be why, yeah. Started a new journeyman today. As much as Northern Ireland is lovely, its second division is a bit sparse. Yes. And it's probably all amateur teams, isn't it? It's probably all amateur sides, if I remember correctly. Semi-pro. Yeah. But we win to stay clear. 4 goals clear of Inter. When do we play Inter? It's going to come down to the Inter games, isn't it? Okay, we play Inter either side of our Champions League group. Games against Rangers and Liverpool. So the annoying thing is I feel like I'm going to have to rest for the Rangers game, aren't I? 7 straight league wins. You'd love to see it. Roma lose to Genoa. You love to see it. You love to see it. But I can imagine the player pool that you get to choose, Shredhead, no matter how sparse it is quite lacking in quality compared to the players that we've got on show here. Without wins. Annoying. It's only your 9th season of the 4. I thought you was winless in 6 games, getting FM'd like mad. Yep. Serena Williams is out of Wimbledon. For anyone that cared and likes tennis. She is out of Wimbledon. But I think that might be, chat, as well, where we leave things. We can then start. We can start back up tomorrow afternoon with the Roma game, the big Rome derby. And then Champions League against Range, and then start the Champions League group as well. Oh, it's purely because, we're odd. And the only team to offer me a job. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. But it's been almost the perfect stream. The only thing we can do was beat PSG in the Super Cup, but it's PSG. So it's hard. The fact that PSG won it. The fact that I'm guessing Haaland went for his 60 million fee. No, they paid 146 for him. My goodness me. And if it wasn't enough, if they didn't need any more striking options, they brought Adam Plzeck in as well. Pavard in as well. That's last summer. Renan, are you No, you're a fullback. Okay. But yeah. Best name. That is a very good name. That is a very good name. Have a good one, pal. No worries, Shredder. Yeah, we are jumping off. We're back tomorrow. We are back tomorrow in the afternoon for probably a little bit of a longer one. We can get through potentially to the winter break tomorrow, depending on how quickly we play. 6 Champions League games. Possibly not. Possibly not. What we might do is get partway through, see how we're going, and then see, because I will do a 2022 World Cup viewing as well whilst we're here. But yeah, so 6 league wins, after 6 games, top of the league, standard. It's what we did last season, and then we nearly bottled it away. Hopefully this time we don't bottle it. I'd like 2 wins in Serie A to before we head off. Hopefully with a Coppa Italia also in our back pockets, because it's the only reason we're in Italy. We have to stick around until we can win everything. So we're only sticking around until we win the cup. I hate it this way. I hate it this way. But yeah. We're going to have a quick look for somebody to raid on over to. So stick around. We are going to join in there. Who can we go to? Who can we go to? Do you know what? We are going to go to Scoops. We're going to go to Scoops. We do like Scoops around these parts. There's the underscore. I gotta remember, is it an underscore at the end? It is an underscore at the end. So yeah, go and show your love to Scoops. Back tomorrow at 1 p.m. The VOD will go live a little bit before this tomorrow. So yeah, I'll do a little bit of some plugin. The socials are there, and then the VODs. I need to change the VOD commands because it's not some of the VODs now. It's all of the VODs now. We're no longer in Chertonova. So they're all on the YouTube, the VOD channel. So go and check out the VOD channel. Go and check out the Twitter, the Discord if you're not in there already. And the YouTube is also in there. I am trying to figure out time to work around recording that. Hi Mal, bye Mal. Hope you're doing well. Hope football was good as well. Good sir. Yeah, back tomorrow. Say hi to Scoops for me, and I will catch you all there. Roma are absolutely flying and fucking massive.